What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome back to the big show. The original. Come on now, the podcast. Boy, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont here. I got Nick Taylor in the building. We are doing it always facts over feelings, real sports, real talk, no filters. Well, this is our second show back. Doing this every Wednesday night, except next Wednesday we will not be doing this.
Why not?
Because you're going to DC on Wednesday, so apparently you can't get on a computer at the relative's house.
If you want me on the computer in the middle of on a flight
you're on the plane. You're on the plane.
Yeah, my flight.
You're flying at night the day before Thanksgiving.
Night. Yes, because I want to get in. I want to get in, do my Thanksgiving shit the next day, and then come back home.
You're gonna come right back home
the next day, Friday.
You're gonna go up Wednesday and come back Friday?
Yep.
Shit. Okay. Hey, you do you, man. Hey.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to be in and out.
Okay. In and out. Nah, so we'll be doing it Tuesday night at 9 p.m. So next Tuesday, what I'm gonna start doing on a weekly basis every Sunday is I'm gonna drop a schedule in the community chat area of what live shows are popping that particular week. So, and you'll have the dates and the time, so that everything's always gonna be Eastern Standard Time, as we are on the East Coast. So, yeah, well, typically it's Sunday Night Heat on Sunday, 8 o'clock. I didn't do it this week because I was absolutely exhausted. I told Ben I'm tired. I was live all day Saturday from the Hurricanes game back home to the fights, the BKFC and UFC fights. I mean, I was beat the hell down.
I rarely ever see you tired, and I don't know how you do it sometimes. The shit that you be telling me in the hours you be up, man. No way.
After this is done, I'll be editing this and chopping it up to 6 or 7 different videos. I'll probably be down here till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I'm pulling the flu game right now. I'm feeling like Jordan, Game 6. A little bit under the weather, so I told Rudy I'll pull this one off.
If you are in the chat, if you are in the room, people, please do leave a comment. Let us know you're here so we can acknowledge you. We understand that we're regrowing this thing, and I try to make this like the titles. I don't know how to do it to make it hit other people. It's kind of clunky. I don't know. I don't want to have it one topic, because then it's like we're talking about a lot more than one topic. But we're gonna get into the big.
It's the big show.
The big show. The big show.
The big show.
It's like we're doing. It's the big news of the week.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, but we're gonna have it obviously segmented as we did last week to make it clean. And we got Lebron back on the court yesterday for the first time this season. He had some things to say. We will jump into that. We have the college football debate. I think we're gonna start with college football because that's really the biggest thing that's going on. Mm-hmm. We have a topic that we're probably going to debate on a little bit. We got our most overrated quarterbacks in the NFL. We're giving you a list of 10 each. So jumping on the rules on how we determine that. It's not like, so you won't see Shedeur Sanders on there because he's not, most people don't think anything of him. So there is that group that thinks he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but the majority of people don't think anything of him. So you're not overrated if most people don't think you're crap.
A lot of people think he's good though.
There's a section of people that think he's amazing. So then I could actually put him as an overrated quarterback.
You can't put him as an overrated
quarterback. But I wouldn't, because fifth round picks are not typically overrated. They are rated where they're supposed to be.
That game is going to be probably one of the most viewed games in
it can be as viewed as it wants
to be. A long time.
It can be one. I'm not going to watch it.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I only turned that shit on in the fourth quarter because they said, "Oh, he's playing." I'm like, "Oh, let me watch him play." Okay, I saw enough.
Exactly. So now he's playing the whole game.
I saw enough. I'm not. You think I'm waking up to watch that?
You saw enough.
I saw enough. I know what I'm. I know what this guy. I know what this guy is. I know what he is. I can't wait till we get there. I know what he is.
I can't wait till
his own mouth has said he's better than all these quarterbacks in the NFL. He should have been ready to go, but we'll get there. WNBA CBA. They might be killing themselves right now. I mean, there's more offers that have come out on the table. We'll talk about it. The activists, they want to go play in Saudi Arabia or for a Saudi league where they're getting paid Saudis who hate women, who believe in women being beneath you, and yet you want to go play for that league. Heck, the fact that you're gay on top of that, most of y'all they hate y'all even more. So they hate women and they hate gay women even more. Alyssa Thomas is now defected and she's gonna go play for the Saudi league. And now you got another one that said Jewel Lloyd is going to go play for the Saudi. That's 3 that have now committed to play for this.
Hey, chat.
Huh?
Chat. I'm not gonna let Rudy talk about the WNBA. As y'all know, I have been practicing with Kelsey Plum.
All right.
So that's my people now. So I would not let you talk about the WNBA the way you do and disrespect them the way you do, Rudy. I'm not allowing that today on this.
What a fucking shill. This guy's looking for a check. My God, he wants to make $16 an hour to play with the fucking Unrivaled girls.
They make a lot of money on Unrivaled, so
you
let
won't
me get a little part of it.
You won't be.
They might. I'll hold out.
You'll make $16 an hour.
CBA bargaining.
And Pat Beverly, that story dropped last week. I thought, oh man, he beat the hell out of that kid. That 18-year-old man who was smashing his sister, who's 15, by the way.
The story.
No, funky. It wasn't that. He beat the hell out of his own sister.
The story is funky. The story is really funky.
Oh my God. It was bad enough that he was, it was bad enough that he was.
We get to that. Like the mom called him over.
I don't understand. I don't get it. And of course, finally, Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. He jumped into the game this past weekend for a half. We saw what we saw, and now it's been announced today that he will be the starter because Dylan Gabriel is still in the concussion protocol. So he will be the starter this Sunday, and definitely will be interesting. And all the people that love him so will get to finally see if they're right or if they're wrong. I don't even know who they're playing, to be honest. I have to look it up.
They have the Raiders.
Okay. The Raiders. So we'll see. Yeah, again, they'll get
perfect game.
Huh? What?
The perfect game to come in against the Raiders.
Hey, the Browns are pretty awful, but
their defense is amazing though.
Terrible, but okay. Team is terrible.
If the Dolphins had that defense now, if
the Dolphins had that defense, that means the Dolphins actually had players. The Dolphins don't have any players, so
Don't worry about it.
That's it. So, yeah, they luckily beat the Redskins last week.
They'll be 7-7 in no time.
Yeah, I think they're off. They have a bye. They have a bye this week because of
a bye week
to Spain.
And then you got the Saints.
Yeah. So let's start off college football playoffs. These guys in the college football playoff, they dropped the rankings. I don't know if you saw the rankings or not by now, Nick. I would presume you have if you're doing your work.
I peeped it.
Ohio State 1, Indiana 2, Texas A&M 3, Georgia 4.
Top 4 remain.
Texas Tech 5. Ole Miss 6, Oregon, the most overhyped, overrated team in the country, 7. Number 8, Oklahoma, despite losing by 17 to Texas, they're somehow ranked number 8. Then you got Notre Dame, Alabama, BYU, Utah, and then the Miami Hurricanes are at number 13. The committee chairman got on camera and said that basically Miami is not even being considered right now in a head-to-head situation with Notre Dame because they're not being judged in the same pool of teams.
Because they didn't beat them. Oh, they did beat Notre Dame. Shit. My bad. Sorry.
So how in the world, like they apparently rank these teams in pools and groups. So they decided before anything. They decided before anything, and this all goes back to what I said from the beginning. They use the AP poll to be their freaking baseline of rankings. They don't know anything. They don't watch football at a level that they need to be making these types of decisions. And then they say outlandish crap like they did last week when they talked about the Miami Hurricanes offense being completely inconsistent while having 3 offenses of the top 12 worse than theirs. Alabama, Oklahoma, and who was the third one? Texas at the time. Texas is no longer there because they lost. Oklahoma, Alabama played a 23-21 game. Oklahoma wins a game where they got 200 yards of offense because Alabama kept turning the ball over. And Alabama's not very good. They scored 21 points.
Well, they could be. They can be. Their offense could be. I'm sorry, Rudy. Their offense could be bad when you're in the SEC because their competition is better than yours, and that's what the committee's going by.
Well, then at the same time, they rank Notre Dame ahead of Alabama, which is actually makes no sense on either as well because, well, again, we're going to ignore the fact that they lost to Florida State. Yeah. I don't know how that completely gets as if it never ever happened. Don't you? It's like it never happened. It happened 5 years ago. They have forgotten that Alabama got mud stomped by wait, the competition. Oh, an ACC team beat the brakes off them. But I thought all the competition was in the SEC. Oh, I'm sorry. You play the Little Sisters of the Poor in almost all of your non-conference games. You thought FSU was one of those Little Sisters of the Poor, and you got the door beat off you. But they forgot that actually happened. I mean, hey, if we're comparing losses, whereas we do with Miami and Notre Dame, why aren't we comparing these losses of Miami losing to 7-3 Louisville, who was ranked as of a week ago, 6-3 or 7-3 SMU? But no, we didn't lose to Florida State. We actually were kicking the crap out of Florida State for 3 quarters before turning it off, and Alabama got beat up there. So I think your loss is worse than our loss.
you remember Men in Black, and they Will Smith put the little device in front of your face and it forget your memory right there. So that's basically what they're doing for the Florida State, because Florida State was an egregious loss. But I guess what you can come back and say is you lose early, you're forgiven, no matter how bad Florida State's been. But then you also could say that you went barely scraped by Florida State if you didn't watch the game.
That's what happened. Well, but it doesn't matter. But they beat them, and Alabama lost to them.
Yeah.
And that was Miami beat them when they were the number 1 offense in America. They kept reminding us they're the number 1 offense in America, and they couldn't do it. They had 3 points through 3 quarters.
So that's the thing about the polls, man. You can't use it and say, hey, at that point, this team is ranked this, and then you play another team and you say, hey, USF is ranked. You say Florida State is ranked when they play. You say Notre Dame is a top 10 team when they play, and then later on in they still are. And then later on, you try to use it against them and say, hey, Florida State is really a 5-5 team. USF lost to Tulane or whoever else they lost to in their conference play. And you bring that back against UM. But at the end of the day, Rudy, I don't give a flying fuck, Rudy. I really don't. The whole thing about the playoffs was to get the top 4 teams. Make sure the top 4 teams was right. And now we're worrying about the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th team. You should have won your games, Rudy. You had 8 out of your 10 games are at home. 8 out of your 10. And matter of fact, 9 out of your 10 games, you are in the state of fucking Florida, Rudy.
So
win your games. Win your games.
Now that matters.
And you wouldn't be in this predicament.
Florida.
What does
being in the state of Florida mean? What does that mean?
You play. That's basically a home game. You haven't left Florida one time. You left Florida.
You want me to tell you what Notre Dame's schedule is? And I've been actually defending their schedule, but then I looked.
They had USC. Again. That's the only thing.
No. You want to know what their schedule is? This is their schedule. Just to give you a little bit of background on their schedule, because people are ignoring that, because apparently their schedule. And again, I've defended their schedule. You can't plan for a team to be terrible.
No, you can't.
But their schedule this year. Where did it go? Shit. Their schedule this year.
Go ahead. Where do you draw the line though for like the 11th, the 12th, 13th?
Their non-conference schedule is Purdue. Purdue right now is 2-9. Their non-conference schedule is Texas A&M. They lost at home
by 1.
Yes, by 1, and they choked it away. And we at the time we didn't know that Texas A&M was going to be any good. Like we had no idea. And hell, Texas A&M last week damn near lost to South Carolina. It was 3-7, and it needed Lenora Sellers to become Lenora Sellers again, a completely retarded IQ football quarterback. He's got no IQ in football. Huh?
They need a police officer to come in and shake the game up.
Oh, and their other non-conference schedule was an ACC game. Miami, you lost. Arkansas, They're literally trying to create an argument that Arkansas is
the best two-win team
in America. The best two-win team in America.
They are the best two-win team in America.
You want to know who their wins are? You want to know who their wins are against? You know who Arkansas's wins are against? You want to know?
Look at their losses,
Alabama A&M and Arkansas State. They lost to Ole Miss. They lost to Memphis. They lost to Notre Dame by 43. How can you be how can you be the best two-win? They lost by 43.
They got some close losses.
Somehow they got all these close losses within the SEC. So I guess the SEC isn't as strong as they claim to be. They lost to Ole Miss by 6, Tennessee by 3, Texas A&M by 3. Texas A&M gave this team up 42 points. Notre Dame beat them by 43. Beat them by 43. Auburn, they lost to. Auburn sucks. They just fired their coach. Mississippi State sucks. They're 5-6, 1-6 in conference. They lost by 3. They lost to LSU 23-22. LSU is 6-4 and 3-4 in conference.
And fired their coach.
Yes, you lost teams that have fired their coaches. Do not come up with a narrative that tell me that Arkansas is the best two-win team in America. They
best
suck.
two-win team. Best two-win team in America.
All right, so they suck. Boise State, non-conference. This is a mediocre Boise team. They're 6-4.
But Boise State started off ranked. That's if you're going to go by that.
Well, they weren't ranked when Notre Dame played them. they weren't ranked when Notre Dame. Actually, they were not. Notre Dame was number 21 when they played them. And then you got USC. That was their NC State. They beat 36-7. That was a solid win. I think NC State's a solid team. They're just 5-5, but they're solid because we know they have a top 25 offense. They just can't stop anybody. USC, they got that win. And mind you, they squeezed out that win because Carr was not very good. They needed Jeremiah Love to go crazy. Boston College. Boston College is 1-10.
The best 1-10 team in the
best
country.
Teams in America. So their best non-conference win, if you want to be real, is against USC, obviously, and then Navy. They beat Navy. Navy's their biggest win. Navy. Is this what we're doing now? Navy's 8-2. Great. They beat Pitt. Again, so they play Miami, NC State, Boston College, Pitt, and they still got Syracuse and Stanford. They got 6 ACC games on their schedule.
Notre Dame is at ACC.
Syracuse is 3-7. Stanford is 3-7. This is their non-conference schedule. And they lost to the 2 toughest teams on their non-conference schedule.
And Stanford beat Florida State, who beat Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, that was insane. So Notre Dame's schedule is fucking dog shit. It's dog shit. It's awful. And yet they're ranked 4 slots ahead of Miami because their losses are considered better losses than ours, but we beat you. And now the committee chairman is sitting here saying, well, as Miami gets closer, then they'll be in the conversation, and then it'll be significant, and a premium is put on it. A premium should be on it right now. We should be again. This goes back to the AP rankings. They use the AP as their baseline, and people who want to believe differently are delusional. If Miami was ranked 7th right now in the AP, they would be ranked 7th in the college football playoff. They would be ranked there. Why is Bama the exact same number in the CFP as they are in the AP? Why? Why are most of these teams almost the exact same spot? The top 4 are the exact same order. Hell, the top 6 are the exact same. Let's see here.
I mean,
this is why the whole ranking is bullshit. Okay, so the only one they got here we go. The AP is they have Texas Tech at 5. And Ole Miss is at 6, and Oregon's at 7. That's the only difference. Then you have Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Alabama, BYU, and then they have Vanderbilt instead of Utah. Vanderbilt's irrelevant. How is Utah in this conversation? They got mud stomped on at home by Texas Tech. They got the same record as Miami. They don't have a non-conference schedule. When did Utah become this world beater? They're not beater. They're not even going to make their freaking conference championship game. But our best win is 1,000 times their best win. It'll all work itself out, in my opinion. You win out. You win out and you win spectacularly like you're supposed to. I'm not worried about it because BYU is either gonna lose to Texas Tech, or they're gonna lose this Saturday to Cincinnati, and then Utah's gonna lose to Texas Tech potentially in a conference championship game. So they're both those teams will be gone. The question now becomes: does Miami get up to number 10? And here's a game that people need to pay attention to. Oregon still has a couple of games on their schedule that are dangerous. They still have to play USC and at Washington. USC is obviously 8-2, and Washington is 7-3. That Washington-Oregon game is obviously a rivalry, and it's at Washington. They lose either of those games, they're out of the conversation. They're done. They're gone because their schedule is embarrassing. It's Cupcake City. So every time people want to say, "Oh, Miami's schedule is shit," or the ACC is shit, I think that's so old and tired. I think the media's done such a good job at manipulating people. I'm not sitting here saying that the ACC is a better conference than the SEC. I'm not saying that at all. They're not.
But it's not that far off.
But this gap that they're making it seem like it's like a gap from here to here, bro. Georgia Tech lost to Georgia by 3 last year in overtime or double overtime.
Should have won.
Should have won that game. And they were 7-5. So Georgia barely got by Florida. Miami beat the hell out of Florida. Hell, did you see Ole Miss? They were losing to Florida in the fourth quarter this past weekend. Losing. Yeah. But DJ Lagway turns into a fucking, I don't know what, in the fourth quarter of every game.
The worst $3 million spent.
So, like, all these comparisons of the SEC, like, you can miss me with it. And I mean, it was also brought up. Texas A&M's entire schedule is the bottom half of the SEC. Their whole schedule. This is their non-conference. UTSA, Utah State, Notre Dame. Then they played Auburn, won by 6. Auburn stinks. They beat Mississippi State. They beat Florida. They beat Arkansas. Give 42 points to Arkansas. They beat LSU, stinks. They beat Missouri, who's mid-tier. They escaped South Carolina. So you got Auburn, that's 4-6, and 1-6 in conference. They got Mississippi State, who's 1-6 in conference. Florida, who's 2-5 in conference. Arkansas, 0-6 in conference. LSU, 3-4 in conference. Missouri, 3-3 in conference. South Carolina, 1-7 in conference. Then they play Samford this weekend. They still got to go play Texas. They could very well lose that game at Texas. It won't affect them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it brings Texas back into the conversation with 3 losses.
Texas, 3 losses. I mean,
I don't think it brings Texas back in the conversation with 3 losses. But let's be real about Texas A&M. Yeah, they won all their games. If Miami played a bunch of 1-6 fucking conference teams, I think Miami would be fucking undefeated right now. They'd be undefeated. They're not playing. They lost to 2 top quarter conference opponents.
Yeah, they're good teams. Solid team.
They're unacceptable losses because we're just better than them. But this is the schedule that Texas A&M played in their own conference. It's freaking terrible. And they played 3 teams that fired their coaches this year. Auburn, Florida, and LSU. They played 3 teams that fired their coaches.
So apparently, Rudy's a fan.
Look, I could have argued both ways last year, but we lost the last game of the season.
Yeah.
Even though they're not supposed to judge it based on that.
That's that.
That's what I can't make. You can't tell me your criteria and then change your criteria. Your criteria. That's why I'm telling you those AP rankings affect them. They're stupid. Because if you were at the game,
yeah.
Does that Miami team beat SMU in fucking Louisville that we saw this past Saturday? That one, the one that we saw, where the offense all of a sudden looked like, oh my God, we actually decided to not just run the ball into the back of 5 dudes.
Dawson called up some plays. It was creative. Very creative.
He denied it. He denied it.
He denied what? Denied what? Being creative?
Says they were all the same plays they've run all year.
I never seen him throw the ball with Tony.
He says beyond the 2 trick plays and the 2 wildcat plays, which is literally over 5% of your offensive plays, he said everything else is the same shit we've run all year. We've run outside zone, whatever he called it, on the run. And this time they popped, because you had a guy who could runs a 4.7 in the 40, and a guy runs a 4.35 in the 40. You have a running back that actually has vision against a guy that's slower than hell and tough.
Took some shots down the field. Took some more shots.
They threw the ball deep. Remember a few weeks ago, he's telling you how the defense is dictating what they're doing. Well, no, we just threw the ball down the field,
and it was coverage. I mean, it wasn't like it was open. It wasn't. The DBs were still right there. The receivers went up and made a play.
He said, we made all the 50-50 plays. I said,
they did.
He says usually that's about a 40% completion area on 50-50 balls. And I said,
then why you call it 50-50?
Yeah, that's what makes it stupid. But on top of that, he also says, this is where I thought was completely ridiculous. It is, well, he said that, but I'm saying, well, so what you're saying is that you allowed playmakers to go make plays.
Yeah.
You allowed playmakers to make plays. So what you decided after that Louisville game was that you didn't trust Carson Beck to throw the ball and trust your playmakers to make plays.
Because it's not always
one or both.
Yeah, it's not always 50-50 when you have a playmaker. If I have a playmaker, sometimes it's 70-30, sometimes it's 80-20, sometimes it's 90-10. It just depends on who the guy is on the outside and you're trusting that guy. I mean, a lot. So just like Brown for the Eagles, AJ Brown.
Yeah,
he doesn't get open. He's just not throwing him the ball anymore for him to make those 50-50 catches where he used to come up with that he's not really coming up with.
Yeah,
it's not always 50-50. It's just you trusting in certain players who are playmakers to make that play. A lot of people don't get open like that. There's few receivers that's like route separation. It's just playmaker or not.
So you have playmakers. All of your receivers are 3 or 4 star guys. You're playing 1 to 3 star guys at NC State largely. You have a 6'4" freshman in Joshua Moore, probably being covered by a guy who's not 6'4", makes a play. That's when he got landed on in that one play. He makes a play.
Yeah.
Let these guys make plays. Like, that's their job. You're paying them. You're actually paying them.
You're paying them.
Let them earn their money.
Paying them.
Let them earn their freaking money. That's what drives me bananas. Is like, let them earn their money. That you're paying them to play.
You're paying them. It's changed. You're paying them.
Instead, you'd rather tell me that the defenses that you played dictated what you did. No, you still have to throw the ball down the field. If you don't throw it down the field, you're daring them. Like, they're gonna say, okay, you're not gonna do it, then we're not gonna cover it. But we're gonna let you dink and dunk and whatever the hell. And he also said this. And I'm gonna ask you this question as a player. He says, we didn't change anything. We just changed our motions on plays.
So you changed something.
You watch film. So if I'm watching film and you're in this formation and this guy goes in motion, okay, that's one look. But if the next week you run the same play, but this time you have this guy go in motion like this, that's a different play.
That's a different fucking play.
That's a different play.
No, it might.
Like that's not.
It might go to the same spot. Same concept, but it's a different play. Like when I'm playing DB, when I study film, I'm looking for similarities. Like that's recognizable to what I saw in film. If I don't see those things, it kind of throws me off. I don't care who you are. There's little cues and this formation alignment. I'm gonna get this and this and that. Now, if you're motioning to it and you're doing, you're switching it up, that's a different play. You can run the same concept, but the play is different because it's not the same. Some of these coaches are so smart that they're dumb.
It's like he's
they think they're so much fucking smarter than everybody.
Yeah, they do.
And I get it because they're in there fucking 12 hours a day in their damn office. They don't go home. I don't even know how these guys have a wife.
Most of them don't. They get divorced.
They're not fucking them. They're definitely not fucking their wives because they're not there. That's why people ask me about going into coaching. I'm like, man, that you really have to give up your life. Somebody so much sacrifices in your family
during the season for sure.
Man, during the season, they're there, Rudy, from 5:30 a.m.
During the season for sure.
Some of them don't leave 5:30 a.m. Some of them leave at 9:30, 10. Some of them stay the night.
And how bad is it that if they do that and you still came up with that shit on offense for like 4 weeks?
Man.
You came up with that? You were working 14 hours, 16 hours a day, and you look like that?
It look a lot different on paper when it come up in your mind, and then when it's actually executed, totally different shit. Like in your mind, you're like,
I gotta play for you. I want to see. Do you think this could work? I want to ask you. Do you think this could work? They lined up. You know how they lined up? Because you're at the game. They lined up Pringle here. They got Beck, and then they lined up Elijah Lofton on the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
This goes back to the Malachi Tony stuff, where he talks about Tony and how he has all this ability. We just have to figure out how to get him the ball. I'm like, Malachi Tony got to touch the ball 15 times a game, like at minimum 15 times a game, whether it's a pass, a run, a throw, a kick, a punt return, anything. He has touched the ball 15 times because he's going to make something happen in those 15 touches, period.
5 of them for sure.
If you do what you're supposed to do. I've also said that they should probably put another guy back there with him at punt because they're playing around the punts now. They're kicking away from him, angling a little bit. You can play games with the punt. If you got Keelan Marion on one side and Malachi on the other, you got the ball ain't coming here. It's going over there. I've seen that happen in the NFL, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. I mean, it's only so much times you can fool a team that know where they're actually. You can run
reverses, and you certainly can run a throwback from Malachi because you can play quarterback.
So when you do that, you do leave yourself susceptible to like fakes and stuff because you're a little light in the box.
You have one guy out. So then the route I propose, again, I'm not paid $2 million to do this. I don't sit in the office for 15 hours devising offensive schemes. Maybe Malachi Tony on one side, Gerard Pringle on the other, Carson Beck. Run both these guys in wheel routes. What do they do?
Well, you got to have protection also.
Well, you have 5 linemen because you got the biggest.
Well,
your pass block is good.
You went 50 pro. That means 4 D linemen come. I don't know.
All right,
that's tough.
You can't block 4 D linemen with 5 offensive
linemen. No, you can't. You can't do it all the time. Well, somebody.
I'm just giving you a play.
I got you. It only takes is 1 D
and you can keep your bitch ass tight end in there, no problem, because you already have the tight end in there. So keep the tight end in there. You have 6 on 4.
No, it's so you gave me half of the play.
I'm giving you that. I got Malachi Tony going this way on a wheel.
Yeah.
I got Gerard Pringle on a wheel this way, which you can never run with Mark Fletcher because it's too damn slow. Or Marty Brown, they're too slow. And then you got the receivers. Then you got the receivers, I don't know, running some type of crossers or shit, short crossers. Make the safeties come up, like not mid crossers, like 1-5, 1-10. And then, I don't know, that draws. I'm just saying that you end up with Tony and Pringle being covered by either a linebacker or a safety. They're not being covered by a corner.
You're hoping for man.
Of course.
All right. You're hoping for man.
Okay, yes. But would that be a play that you would run? Like, would that not be a way to get your playmakers the ball? Puts them in position.
It's a long developing route with a 50 pro. That's the only thing about 2 people going out like that. I'm just going to be realistic.
Watch teams do this all the time. They run 5 wide and they go out. Miami somehow needs to hold the tight end and a running back in to have max protection.
But usually when it's 5 receivers or 5 people going out, you usually are quicker routes, unless you're just dialing up something special. Hey, I hope we get protection. Hold it off just a little bit. We're going to take a shot on this one. But it's not something that you do consistently.
I'm not talking about consistent. I'm just talking about these are wrinkles that you add into a fucking playbook where this guy says, yeah, we did nothing different. Yeah, you did. You did. And you have different personnel out there who helped it happen. I just think the guy's sitting there. He wants to say, "Oh, I'm smarter than you. What I said works." And like, bro, Gerard Pringle wasn't playing running back for 8 weeks. It took y'all almost three quarters of the season to figure out that he's your best running back. You needed Mark Fletcher to get hurt to figure it out. This kid's ran for 100 yards. I mean, in his first game starting.
I mean, but
yards.
And I get that, and he might be dynamic in that area. But you know about freshmen, it's pass blocking.
He blocked for he looked good. I watched his pass block. He looked fine.
I mean, but that would usually keep freshmen out from starting and not because they can't play. All these kids are usually talented as fuck. They probably done ran for 2,500 yards in high school, 250 a game. Nobody could stop them. But when you get to that next level and you got somebody, a 6'2", 245 linebacker coming up the A gap, and you got to pick him up, or just reading and knowing where that blitz is coming from.
Can he still block the linebacker low? Or they changed that completely?
No, you can still block the linebacker low as long as he's not engaged.
No, well, yeah, I mean, but I'm talking about you can still cut block.
Yeah,
as a running back.
As far as I know, I don't.
You can't cut block outside, outside.
No. But if you're coming in,
they've changed so many rules. I don't know what the rules are anymore, man. They made this game so
I could be wrong. But
I don't know.
But as far as I know, you can still cut block.
Okay, all right. But yeah, so we'll find out. I mean, the Canes play against. There's a lot of games this weekend, so there's a lot that's gonna happen. This thing could get messy. The Canes still have a chance to make the ACC championship, as crazy as it sounds. And the way it would happen is a lot of stuff has to happen. They need 7 certain wins to happen over the next 2 weeks. Could they happen? Yeah, I think Pittsburgh can go to Georgia Tech and win. I think Georgia Tech's defense is trash. They should have lost that game to BC.
So UM is on Georgia Tech side.
No, they want Pittsburgh to win.
But I mean, they're like on their bracket because the ACC is
no
split
bracket.
up, right?
No, there's no bracket. That's the problem. There are no divisions anymore.
So it's just the top 2 teams make it.
That's like every conference now. There are no divisions down any of these conferences. They're all just. That's why the scheduling's a mess.
So who else in the ACC? So ACC, Georgia Tech has one less loss. Who else has one loss?
Virginia's probably going to be in more than likely. Virginia, Georgia Tech. Both have one loss. And you got SMU, who's got 1. Pittsburgh's got 1. And then Miami with 2. Louisville's done because they got 3. Miami has to beat Virginia Tech and Pittsburgh. That would give Pittsburgh 2 losses. Pittsburgh would now be out of the conversation because we have a head-to-head. Well, we're also the highest ranked team. So based on the tiebreakers, you need Georgia Tech to lose against Pitt. You need SMU to lose against Louisville. And then let me read it. What was sent to me, and it's just like I'm not trying to get too deep into it until next week. Like that shit is just like
you need it.
Too much of a damn headache.
You need the shit to die out a little bit.
So
right now, it's just
I think at the end of the day, Miami's going to be in because the outrage nationally from everybody on this Notre Dame deal is going to be nasty if they're both 10-2. Like every national pundit's like, this is insane. Like you can't. This Aaron Taylor, who played offensive tackle for Notre Dame, got on CBS Sports yesterday and said, "It makes no damn sense, but I love it." So he would have Miami ahead of Notre Dame. So let's see here. It would be. This guy sends me a whole lot of shit. I have certain people that send me a lot of stuff.
So when would it change for you? Like if Miami lost to Duke and
what do you mean?
Boston College, would that change your 2 losses was to like Boston College and Duke?
Well, until last week, Duke was literally in the fucking driver's seat to get to the ACC championship if they had won out. I mean, but they're not. So I don't know what does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying if the loss was to like Boston College rather than to SMU and Louisville.
Well, that absolutely makes a difference, but it's not. Like that makes, of course, that makes. If I lost to a 1-10 team and I'm the 1 of the 10 or 2 of the 10, yeah, that makes a difference. Yeah, absolutely, makes a humongous difference. Where is this shit? Dude, people send me that. Where did it go? Yeah, of course it makes a difference, but that's not the case. They lost to a 7-3 team in Louisville and a 6-3 team now. I think they're 7-3 now. And SMU, like makes a difference.
Yeah, 100%.
And you can sit here and tell me that those are worse losses than Notre Dame's, but Miami beat Notre Dame. Like, it's like, okay, we forgot that part. That part's kind of important because last year that's sure as hell how they made it work. Let's see.
Week one.
Okay, Miami reaches the ACC championship if beats Virginia Tech and Pitt, Virginia beats Virginia Tech, Pitt beats Georgia Tech, Duke beats North Carolina, SMU beats Louisville, Cal beats SMU, so the SMU will be at 3. Would have 2 losses. This would create like a gazillion way tiebreaker. But there's also one in which Louisville beats SMU, and we're in as well. Like, see, there's just so many things right now. Let me wait till next week, because if Georgia Tech wins this week, then shit's over.
All right, dive into
if Georgia Tech wins on Saturday against Pittsburgh, it's Georgia Tech against Virginia. That's the end of the story, because their last game is against Georgia.
Yeah.
So that's the only way for. Yeah, that ends. So I'm not going to go through all that. Fractions and decimal points and remainders of 3 and crap and math. No, forget it. Pittsburgh wins, we can talk about it. Pittsburgh loses, it's a wrap. But I do think that at the end of the day, Miami does get in the playoff, because it'll be really hard they're going to get close enough to Notre Dame. They're going to get within 9-11, 10-11, something like that. And I think at that point, it's going to be impossible to rank Miami behind Notre Dame. Now, Alabama could lose to Auburn next week in the Iron Bowl. At Auburn.
Yeah.
Auburn's giving people headaches. I mean, they are the SEC. They're so good. And Alabama has struggled in almost every game they played. So let's move in. That was a lengthy topic. Let's move in. We dragged it on. Your fault. The Lakers come yesterday. LeBron returns to the court. LeBron goes. The Lakers beat the Utah Jazz 140-126. They improved 11-4 in the season. LeBron plays 30 minutes. He goes for 11 points, 12 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 2. He took 7 shots. 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Luka Doncic went for 37. Austin Reeves went for 26. DeAndre Ayton went for 20. Jake LaRavia came off the bench for 16.
Jake from State fucking Farm.
What you're telling me is that LeBron's the 5th best player on the Lakers now?
Nobody told you that. Nobody told you that.
But
that.
He said a couple days ago that he can fit into any offense in the NBA. I'll do whatever I need to do.
How long does this last?
How long does LeBron James deal with taking 7 shots a game?
Rudy, he's not going to take 7 shots a game, but I think this is a role that I think if he accepts it, it makes the Lakers a dangerous fucking team in the West. Now, granted, OKC is amazing. Denver will be tough. Houston will be tough. Anthony Edwards in Minnesota, tough. But if LeBron is your 3rd best scorer on the team, your 3rd best scorer, he's still the 2nd best player. You're not going to tell me that Austin Reeves is better than him. He's not fucking better than him. But if LeBron is your 2nd best player, but your 3rd best scorer, and he accepts that he's a playmaker, he's running around happy, he could do other things, the Lakers are dangerous. And my one thing for LeBron yesterday, and as expected, was his lateral movement on defense, getting blown by.
I didn't watch the game. Like that. I didn't watch the game.
I watched a little bit. I came in the 2nd quarter, because 1st quarter I got in a little late, and he was already out after 5 minutes, so I know they're gonna bring him back in. So I tuned in, and he looked good. 3rd quarter, he looked good. It's just that defensively, as you expect, a 40-year-old man don't want to get in defensive stands every fucking play. It hurts.
So he's not defending.
He got blown by a couple times, but it's his first game. But he played well, Rudy. He played well, and the ball wasn't sticking to his hands. He can go down there on the block when he needs to. But this is Luka team, and if LeBron is going to accept to be the 2nd best player, 3rd best scorer, he has they're talented. You got DeAndre Ayton. They got a big man now who's big and actually can chew gum and walk at the same time. They didn't have that last year. You still have Hachimura. You have Gabe coming off the bench. They're a nice team. Jake from State Farm. You have Bronny James coming off the bench, starring in his role. No, I'm just fucking around with that part. But they're a tough team. I like him, Rudy. I like him, man. It's just up to LeBron. Is LeBron going to be that guy who's going to be okay with averaging 15 to 18 points a game this year? But he can average 12 assists easily, 11, 10 assists.
So Austin Reeves, who was averaging like 9 assists, only had 1.
Well, the ball. Well, God damn it! It can't be this. Everybody can't have the damn ball in their damn hands right now. The ball was moving though; it wasn't sticking to people's hands. It was moving.
So he didn't play defense, which is what he did last year and the year before that, and the year before that.
He played defense in the playoffs.
We're in regular season doesn't matter. You got to get to the playoffs.
They got to the playoffs. They're going to get to the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll be a first round team, and they're better this year because Luka's in charge.
Yeah,
Luka's in charge, and he's on a Rip Fuel diet. He's on the I want to show my 6-pack in LA diet.
Yes.
I don't know how long LeBron can stomach being the 5th leading scorer on a team.
Well, he's not going to be a 5th leading scorer, man. God damn it, we know that. Come on, he's going to get his 18.
He said he can fit in any team in the league.
He can fit on this team.
No, he said any team in the league.
Okay. If he came to the Hawks, he'll fit in by being the best player. He came to the Heat, he'll fit in by being the best player. If he's on the Lakers right now,
he would not be the best player in the Heat. No, stop. No.
Come on, what are you drinking?
I know you still call him the top 6 player in the NBA, Nick. No, he's not.
Have you drank tonight? Have you drank tonight?
He's not a top 6 player. He would not.
Who on the Miami Heat better than LeBron?
You're talking about LeBron like he's 32, not 40 fucking.
Who on the Miami Heat is better than LeBron?
Norman Powell's better than him right now. Bam is better than him right now.
You don't even like Bam.
I don't even like Bam, so for me to say that, it makes me sick. But yes, Bam is better than him right now. He's better than him right now. LeBron has not been guarding anybody for 3 years, bro.
Hey, clip this shit up. So
defense for 3 years.
Clip this shit up so people could come on here on Instagram, podcast, on whatever, and say how foolish.
You guys will circle jerk LeBron James when he's 63 in a fucking wheelchair.
Bam is not even a top 20 player. LeBron's still a top 10 player.
No, he's not a top 10 player. He ain't been a top 10 player. He wasn't one last year.
Norman Powell's not a top 20 player. What are we talking about?
He's playing like it, but he's averaging 27 a game.
He's not a top 10, 20 player. Cut it out, man.
He's an average.
Cut it out.
All right, dude.
LeBron's going to come over here to Miami, and he's going to
what
play.
You're saying is that no one can become better than LeBron James now if they weren't better than him before.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that.
That's what you implied right here.
No, I said
Norman Powell hasn't had a lengthy career of averaging 25 a game. It's not possible for that guy to be the best player, to be a better player than LeBron right now. I didn't say 2 years ago, 5 years ago. Right now, you want to listen to these guys? I'm gonna give you some names because
Norman Powell pass better than LeBron. Does he pass better than LeBron?
Bro, LeBron just played for the first time. Okay? Let me ask you this:
Does Norman Powell? Does Norman Powell? Is Norman Powell? Hold the fuck on. Is Norman Powell popping up on the damn scout report like LeBron James? No, the fuck, never will. Nick, never will.
Nick, he is the Heat's best player right now, so he's absolutely in the scouting report. That's just stupid.
He's on the scout. He's on the scout report. Stupid. No, but he's not. He's going to be over the scout report. He's not going to be the person that they game plan for over LeBron James.
Who are teams game planning against Miami with? Then who?
Yes, because Rudy, you didn't even think that Miami was a good team this year. You thought they were going to win. You didn't think they were going to win 40 games, and now you're telling me that Norman Powell is a difference maker.
Why are you changing the topic?
The topic is
you just said teams are going to game plan for LeBron. So over Luka?
No, okay. Luka's the top player in the NBA.
The Miami Heat
Rudy,
right now.
Look at
Miami. Can I finish this? The Miami Heat right now, as constructed, who does the opponent game plan for the most on the Miami Heat?
Norman Powell. Good.
That's literally what I said. So yes,
but
he is in their game plan.
But if LeBron was on this roster, you think they will game plan for Norman Powell more than LeBron James?
No, because you all circle jerk LeBron, think he's amazing. Dude, he's fucking not amazing anymore. He's a good player. He's a good player. He's not a top 10 guy. I said he wasn't top 10 last year. You remember that. I could barely get him in the top 15. In fact, I didn't have him in the top 15. But then some of those pussies like Paul George fucking basically retired. Let's go again.
I'm almost about to stop talking to you about basketball because you said Paul George was fucking better than him.
LeBron last year averaged 24.4, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists and 8 rebounds. It's the worst season the guy has had in 17. It's the worst season he's had since his rookie season, Nick. Yes, that's how good he is.
Oh my God.
It's the worst season. What? Am I wrong?
You're comparing all-time great. His worst season is any other player best season. Rudy, what are we talking about?
His worst season. Okay, let's go. Really? You're gonna stand on that?
Our most player best season.
His worst season is better than any player's best season. That's what you just said.
No, not any player. Most players. What are we talking about?
So pick your poison. Because I can show you last year's statistics of players, and you tell me who didn't have a better season than LeBron James.
Go ahead.
We can go do it. I'm going to do it right now.
It's a Kobe shirt. Actually.
Okay, great. Shea, was he better than LeBron last year?
Shea, yes.
Giannis?
Yes.
Joker?
Yes.
Ant?
Yes.
Tatum? Durant?
No.
So 27 on 53% shooting was worse than LeBron. Got you. Okay, so you make no sense.
So what else did LeBron do better than how much assists did Durant have?
What about LeBron?
What are you talking about? We're talking about as a player. You just talk about points. If you're going to go by points, then that means nothing.
Nick, if we're going to do that, then we're talking about defense. He plays none. He hasn't played defense in 4 seasons. He barely played defense when he was ending at the Cavs. The dude didn't play defense in forever.
He was the best defender on the court. He was the best defender on the court in the playoffs.
You mean when you're playing with Luka and Austin Reeves, who can't guard a parked car?
I seen him get down in position.
He was the best defense player in the playoffs.
Yeah. In the playoffs. And he was guarding Anthony Edwards tremendously. What are we talking about?
And they lost. Devin Booker, Dame Lillard, Steph Curry. No. Oh, Steph Curry's not better than LeBron. Right now.
I have them about even.
You're full of shit.
I have them about even. But you named Damian Lillard and Devin Booker? Cut it out. Stop.
I'm giving you names. I'm giving you names. Steph Curry, this season, the one you just said is even to LeBron, who just passed Michael Jordan for most 40-point games since he turned 30. LeBron ain't on that list.
He played one fucking game. So okay, if we want to just grab stats out there.
What? He played what? He played what? What are you talking about, Nick?
LeBron only played one game.
Nick, LeBron James is not even in the top 5 in most 40-point games since turning 30. Steph is 37, not 41. Steph has as many 40-point games as Michael Jordan. He just tied the record or broke the record last week. This dude, this season, just so you know, this year, Steph, the guy you just said is maybe they're about even.
No, I love Steph.
They're even. He had 49, 46, 42, 35, 34. That's just this year. That's 5 games this year.
That's amazing. You know why? He's scoring that much on that team? Because nobody else on that fucking team can score. Nobody else on that team besides Jimmy Butler could fucking score.
Okay.
You have role player Draymond Green.
Why wasn't LeBron doing that last year before Luka got there? AD never plays. He's always injured. So why wasn't LeBron average putting up 40s? Why hasn't LeBron for 5 years been putting up 40 spots the way Steph Curry at 6'3", 175 pounds is somehow still able to do at 37 years of age? At 6'3", 175, 180. Yeah.
And is he giving you 7, 8 assists a game? 9 assists a game? Is he doing those things? Is he giving you 7, 8 rebounds a game? Is he doing those things?
The Warriors were in the fucking conference finals in the fucking, or whatever, the conference semis. The Lakers lost in the first round. What's your point? That was in the first round. The Warriors got the conference finals, right? The Warriors got the conference finals, or they lost?
No.
Lost to OKC. They lost to OKC, right? No, they lost to Minnesota.
They didn't make it. They made it out the first round?
Yes, they did. Didn't they?
Steph got hurt.
Okay.
They lost the first round.
Okay. Steph got hurt. LeBron did not get hurt. They lost the first round. You're not going to sit here and tell me that Steph isn't better than LeBron James right now. But you will,
man.
Because they're not about even. They're not about even, bro.
And I love Steph, bro.
You with the puffery of the past and the NBA today. Oh my God! Everyone averages 10 assists today. 24, 8 and 8 today is like 25 and 5, 15 years ago.
Here we go. Really?
No, really. I'm lying.
Here we go. Back in the days. My days.
Nick, back in my day, LeBron James in Miami never averaged 27 points a game.
He averaged 26.
Nick, again, I'm making
26.5, 26.8. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, man?
You mean again? You don't like you. I know you're allergic.
He also averaged 30 after 35 years old.
I know you're allergic to data. You've always been that, and I get it. It's your thing. You're allergic to the data. I'm sorry that you're allergic to data. I am so sorry that you have an allergy to stats and facts.
Okay.
Let's go we can go through LeBron James's 4 seasons in Miami. We'll go through his 4 seasons in Miami. And I already know your answer. That's the thing. I know your answer. LeBron James. Stats. In 2010-11, he averaged 20. Where they changed their whole damn box around here. Shit.
I think it was 24 that year.
26.7, 7 assists, and 7.5 rebounds.
Okay.
On 51% shooting.
Yes.
Okay, he averaged 27.1 twice. So I'm wrong. 27.1, 7.9 boards, 6.2 assists. 26.8 points, 8 rebounds, 7.3 assists. 27.1, 6.9 rebounds, 6.3 assists. You know when LeBron's assist number started to fucking completely explode? When the style of play changed and the rules have been adjusted. Because if you remember, we won Game 7 against the Spurs 95-88. 95-88.
Yeah.
So the assist numbers today are puffed. That's why I don't take the triple-double of Joker or any of these fucking guys seriously. The triple-double number to me today is useless, meaningless. You're scoring 140 points a game. Of course you're going to average 10 assists a game.
That's just started happening the past couple of years of being this high. This high.
Oh, my God.
This high. Cut it.
LeBron averaged 10.2 assists in 2019-2020.
6 years ago.
He averaged 7.8 assists in the year after. 6.2 the year after. 6.8.
Yeah, because they brought in a point guard. He wasn't a point guard anymore.
He averaged 9.1 assists his last year in Cleveland. Again, I'm telling you that 24, 8 and 8 is the equivalent to 25 and 5.
Who else is doing that? No, the hell is not, because he's been doing that his whole career. His whole career he's been doing that. What are we talking about? Nothing's changed. He's been a model of consistency his whole career. Now you're trying to say like
today is fucking the equivalent of 25 and 5 in 2010. It is.
The man was gonna get that number regardless, Rudy. No matter what. He played today, tomorrow, yesterday. 5 years ago, 10 years, tomorrow, from now, it doesn't matter. The man's gonna do what he do.
Are you purposely being slow?
The man's gonna do what the man's gonna do.
Nick, How many points would Jordan average today in today's NBA?
I don't know because the defense will
No,
change.
I'm
it's not
asking
the
you.
same.
No,
it's not the same.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't
guess
go
what?
do the
Guess
thing.
what,
I
Rudy?
don't
Rudy,
know.
nobody.
I do know. I do
The
know.
diff-
He would average
the diff-
40 today.
No, he wouldn't average 40 because you know why? He's not playing with a fucking bunch of people that's just sitting over there in the corner waiting for him to pass him the ball.
40.
The offense is not. The game has changed. First and foremost, it's not just going to be
40.
It's not just going to be stuck.
He averaged 40.
It's first of all, the defenses are
40.
different. They're not just
40. Luka's averaging 36. Are you telling me Luka's better than Jordan?
I'm telling you, he shoots more threes than Jordan. Is Jordan going to be shooting that much threes?
Jordan will take 17 free throws a game in today's fucking NBA. What are you talking about?
No, he's not going to take no.
Oh my God.
Rudy, first of all.
Rudy, oh my God. You always do this Rudy thing, bro. I'm giving you actual facts. The game is faster. Am I wrong?
Jordan ever had 40 before? No. So why the fuck y'all always think that's going to change when he played against people who couldn't even move? They didn't even guard the man at the three-point line. They played 3 feet back, 5 feet off of him, and let him dribble and shoot jump shots. So he had to drive, but things have changed. The zone defense has changed the game. He's not just going to be able to do what he wants, catch the ball on the elbow, and do what the hell he want to do all the time. The times have changed. Y'all just because y'all taking all the good things that he did then, and y'all not even going to factor into the game has changed now. All y'all are saying, oh, nowadays he's going to go and do this and that. Y'all are not considering that people are more athletic. Y'all are not considering that the defense
you with everyone's more athletic. Oh my God, you with everybody. My God, then Nick, you sucked as an athlete in 06 because that's when you were an athlete. You sucked as in 06. Right?
Whoa.
So you was an athlete in 06. You were a great athlete in 06, but you were a shit one in 17? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? You played college basketball in 09. Were you a shit athlete in 09?
Yes.
Were you yes or no? Yes or no?
I was okay.
Were you a shit athlete?
I was okay.
Did you run fast in 09?
I was okay.
Did you run fast in 09?
I was okay.
You're lying. You're lying.
I was okay. I was quick. I was okay.
Did you run a 4.3 in 09?
I don't know. I never ran a 40 in 09.
Lying motherfucker. We all know this.
I didn't run a 40 in 09.
How old were you in 09, Nick?
In 09, I'm guessing I'm 21.
I don't know. You know when you were born. When were you
born? Yes, I'm
Nick?
21. 21.
When were you born, Nick?
21. 88.
When? You were born 88. That would make you 21.
Yes, that's what I just told you.
The next year you ran a 4.27 in the 40, right?
2 years later.
You were a shit athlete then, right?
3 years later, actually.
Motherfucker, you look so
3
stupid.
years later.
There were
2012. 2000
threes. There were tons of guys that could jump fucking high.
Don't say ton.
What is the highest vertical leap in the NBA right now? Is there anyone jumping 48? No.
Probably not.
No.
So the one guy that was jumping 48 was going against fucking Danny Ainge. Danny fucking Ainge. You're telling me.
I know Danny Ainge is a trash basketball player. I can go look at
Dan Marley. Dan Marley.
Okay, yeah. And
Elo. Cut it out, man.
Notice how you name
it out, man.
It's all white players, right? So Larry Bird sucked too.
Reggie Miller
sucked. Apparently he sucked too. Okay.
John Starks solid.
Who's guarding LeBron? Who guards LeBron? Who guards Luka? Who guards Luka?
Who guards Luka when?
Who guards Luka?
Who guards Luka?
Yeah.
I'm 6'7", 6'9", 6'10" player.
What 6'10" players guarding Luka?
Whoever that team decides to put on.
6'10" players guarding Luka. Ain't no 6'10" player guarding Luka, Nick. You're just making shit up as you go. There ain't no 6'10" player guarding Luka. You are on drugs. You are on drugs. You're just making shit up.
6'8", 6'7", 6'8", 6'7", 6'6". What are you talking about?
I've seen plenty of 6'5" guys guarding Luka. He's bigger than ever. He's like when Magic would have the ball. He'd have these guys that are 4 inches shorter than him guarding him. LeBron don't have no 6'10" guys guarding him. They're too slow. So the guys that guard LeBron typically weigh 40 pounds less.
You know what?
Smaller.
Okay, so
I'm not complaining about it.
Jordan will average 40.
You said that Jordan would not average 40 in a league in which they're scoring 130 points a game.
Because Rudy, different. He's gonna pass the ball to other players. Nobody's just gonna let
Michael
Jordan.
Freaking Jordan. He's not
No,
built to pass the ball to other people like that, Nick. He's not built to do that. That's not who he is.
It's not a whole bunch of fucking Steve Kerrs out there just waiting for other players are handling the ball.
Yeah, Peyton Pritchard
and making moves.
Ready for the ball. Peyton Pritchard. Yeah, I know. Peyton Pritchard stands out.
Peyton Pritchard's handling the ball. Peyton Pritchard is making moves. Peyton Pritchard is getting to the basket. Peyton Pritchard is getting up.
Danny Ainge's a fucking point guard, Nick.
What the fuck was Danny Ainge out doing? What the fuck was he out there doing? Getting the ball to Larry Bird.
Still a fucking point guard, Nick.
Yeah, and you're proving my point.
What was Kyrie Irving doing? Giving the ball to LeBron.
Kyrie averaged 27.
Yes, great. And he was the shooting guard. He was the shooting guard. Because when they needed the ball, they gave the ball in late game situation. They gave the ball to LeBron. Outside of the fucking finals in game 7, where Kyrie hits that shot, the ball would go to LeBron James when the shit fucking mattered.
All right. You know what? You're right. Jordan will average 40. You're right. LeBron will average 55 points in the fucking 80s.
Great. Of course you would say that because everyone sucked back then. You don't even want to watch basketball anymore, Nick. You don't even watch basketball other than the Miami Heat. You don't even watch it. You don't because the product is so bad.
I watch the Lakers. No, the product isn't bad.
It's terrible.
The problem. Excuse me. The problem with the NBA is
who shut down LeBron in 2011?
Who shut him down? LeBron shut himself down.
Now it's that he shut himself down.
He shut himself down.
It wasn't that Sean Stevenson made him fucking disappear, that Juan Correa did and Joe Barry did. It's that he decided to tank a finals.
You already admitted that. Why are you coming out here changing up your story now?
What do you mean? I admitted it.
You already admitted that.
I gave my opinion. Are you admitting?
You said that. You said that he got jealous of D Wade. You said he was jealous of D Wade.
That's my opinion. Yes.
So
that's my opinion. Is that yours now?
I said the same thing.
Oh, you never agreed.
I said that was not LeBron out there. I don't know what the hell happened to him.
So now the greatest player in the world in history.
Hold up. I don't know what the hell.
Quits like a whole bitch. You said he's the greatest player in the history of the NBA. You said that. So the greatest player in the history of the NBA quits.
I said what keeps.
He's a whole bitch. Whole bitch.
I said what keeps me from putting him as the number 1 player is that series.
Well, now it keeps you. You didn't say that. You said he's number 1 player.
It holds me back sometimes. Some days I change my mind.
So you
but for the most part,
you're not even. I can't even take you seriously. But okay.
What you mean? You
already said
my bad. You don't want talking to
the number 1 player of all time, and now all of a sudden, well, that holds me back sometimes now. Oh, you now acknowledge he fucking quit in 11.
I always said
There were people that thought he quit in 10 with Cleveland.
No, he didn't quit. They just lost. He still was out there.
People that thought he quit. I didn't think he quit.
He was still out there. Only one out there performing by his fucking self. In Miami, that 2011 series, after he just carried us against Chicago, after he carried us against Boston.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that guy was. I don't know what the hell happened.
Mm-hmm.
Take off your Kobe shirt. You don't deserve to wear it.
I mean, you've just admitted that LeBron James quit. Okay. You can't ever be the best in the world in anything if you're a fucking quitter. Never. You will never be the best in the world in shit if you're a quitter. Never.
So Kobe quit.
Really? In game 7 in the finals? In the finals?
He quit against Phoenix. When they were up 3-1, and Phoenix came back and tied at 3-3. Kobe quit. Kobe also was defeated as fuck against Mavericks, the same Mavericks team that beat LeBron, who punched Kobe in the fucking mouth. He quit against them too.
So by the way, you said that LeBron carried the Heat against the Celtics. Carried, right? Your words?
Carried.
No, your words, right?
James, your words, right? James Jones.
No. You said he carried them in against the Celtics, right? Carried. Dwayne Wade – in the series against the Celtics. 2011 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 series against the Again, you don't. I know you fucking hate data.
I hate data.
You do hate data. It's okay. I understand. It's not a fun thing. Dwayne Wade averaged 30.2 points per game against the Celtics in that 5-game series. 30.2. He had 38, 28, 23, 28, and 34. He carried them. Carried them. Okay. Carried them. Okay.
Mentally, he carried them.
How he mentally carried them. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right, folks, we're moving on to the next topic at hand. This is the one that's going to be fun. We're going to do a top 10 most overrated quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Now, the criteria for this, and I hope Nick follows it, is that you have to be a starter. You've been you're the main starter. So Shedeur Sanders would not be in this conversation. I'm not going to do that to the kid. You have to be a starter. Overrated does not mean you're not good.
No.
Does not mean you're not good. It means you're rated on a level for which you do not meet that level of rating. That's why I hate when people yell overrated when you win a big game in a sport and you beat the number one team. Then people start saying overrated. Like you just beat the number one team in the country. So you just demeans your own win. Just stupid. But here, so we got the top 10 most overrated quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Do you want to go first, or do you want to go 10 and 10? We can go.
Yeah,
10
let's go 10 and 10.
Okay.
Let's do it like that.
Okay. Who is your number 10?
Justin Fields.
What? Justin Fields.
You think
he's overrated? Who the hell thinks he's good?
I'm just going by. So I'm going by the criteria of where he was drafted.
Okay. But that was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
It still was drafted as a top player,
but
in the league.
Okay.
And also by he's been so bad that the rating has to drop. Now, Rudy,
I don't know how you can overrate a guy who everyone thinks sucks. I mean, but okay,
Rudy,
he just got benched.
Rudy,
okay.
He was the top. He was one of the highest rated.
Years ago.
He was one of the highest rated college players coming out. Got drafted number 11. And right now, he can't throw for 45 yards in the game.
Okay.
45, 50 yards in the game. Okay. That's fucking terrible. You have to make the list. I don't care.
But he's been that for 5 years.
Rudy, when you can't get in over Russell Wilson, who every team is dying to give away for free and don't even want on their field, you have to make the list. I'm sorry, Rudy.
Okay.
You have to be on the 10 quarterback list. You have to be.
Okay.
Because also, when it comes to like being rated, like he was.
I disagree with you, but okay. I mean, sure list.
One of the highest rated quarterbacks coming out of collage. They graded him as the highest.
I only had 2 kids when that happened. You weren't even married yet.
That was only about 5, 6, 7.
At a certain point, you're no longer at a certain point, you're not overrated. You just suck.
5 years ago, he was drafted as the 11th pick. I just
all right. So all your picks are draft picks, then okay, high draft picks. Okay,
no, not all of them, but
number 10
it had something to do with it.
My number 10 is Caleb Williams. He's the number 1 pick in the draft, literally fucking last year.
Fringe, but he's playing better this year.
Okay, he's playing better this year. Yeah, he was number 1 pick in the draft. And it was last year, right? Last year he was number 1 pick in the draft. Last year, am I correct? Am I wrong?
Yeah, 100%.
Caleb Williams right now in the NFL this year he's thrown for 2,329 yards, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. This man completes 59.7% of his passes.
Is that good?
That is the shit that Dan Marino did in 1988 when every pass was down the field. You notice how the passing completion percentages are way up because all they do is throw swing passes. Quarterbacks back then, they threw the ball down the field.
It's different.
They threw the ball and you got hit. Like it was actually you got hit to play football. And
it was 3 receivers on the field.
It was fear. 59.7 to throw for 59.7% completion rate in the NFL today is utterly horrendous. It's
I got somebody
horrendous.
Who can beat that.
It's so bad.
I got somebody who will beat that.
Okay,
We both do.
Okay, he's number 10. So go
Okay.
for it. What's your number 9?
Number 9, Jaden Daniels. Rudy,
You got a weird
I
rookie of the year last year.
I have to go with availability.
Rookie of the year last year made the
I don't care.
game.
So availability. If you're not going to be available, then you're overrated.
Overrated based on getting injured? He dislocated his elbow, Nick.
Rudy, he's hurt all year and his body is fucking fragile. He's probably going to be hurt most of his career. He's overrated. I don't see him as he's not going to withstand his.
Are you going to go by the criteria?
I'm going by the criteria.
You just called also overrated, but now Jaden Daniels, who won Rookie of the Year last season and took his team to the playoffs, and they won a playoff game, is now overrated because he got injured this season.
And he probably will continue to be injured throughout his career because he has a small, fragile-ass body, and he won't make it year after year unless he change up his diet. He put on some weight, which probably won't. So I have him as overrated. Yes, availability. If you can't play, you're overrated.
You can't play, you're overrated.
Your best ability is availability.
But that doesn't.
If you're not going to be available.
That doesn't. All right.
Whatever. What you mean? That's part of it, Rudy.
It's the second season where he just won Rookie of the Year.
Overrated.
Tua Tagovailoa.
At 9.
At 9. Tua Tagovailoa is paid like a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, top 6. He can't. I mean, his game is completely off timing. The guy makes mistakes at the most inopportune times, almost all the time. He misses guys that are wide open. He makes mistakes that are so basic in nature that it is hard to watch this guy play quarterback. And I'm not, and I'm sure you'll agree with this. If I run a route and if I have a 3rd and 3, and my receiver's has run a 2-yard route, but he's running in this direction, and I throw the ball here and make him stop and have to turn the fuck around to catch the ball, and now he's short because you didn't lead him with that pass, because then he keeps running, it's the easy first down. Now, and I've seen him make that play 1,000 times where he throws it behind Waddle or Tyreek Hill or whoever. They got to turn around, jump in the air, catch it. Now there's the DB hit, play is short. That's it. That guy does that notoriously. He's thrown 13 interceptions this season. He is paid like he is a star, and he sucks. And I can't stand him. The only reason I don't have him higher is because I don't rate him as shit, because I watch him play every week. But the rest of the world looks at him as if he's somebody who's actually good, which blows me away. So that's my number.
I ain't mad at that.
And he was a number 5 pick in the draft just like 5 years ago. And he's been the starter for 5 years. And he, after the first year with Mike McDaniel, everyone figured out the offense and was like, they can't run this bullshit against us. He has no way to adjust. He's fucking trash.
I'm mad at that.
Number 8.
My number 8 is Love.
Ooh, you froze. You
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love. Okay.
I just think he has high expectations. I don't think he's going to live up to it. When you have big moments, big games, they played Philly, can't score. Carolina, can't score. The numbers look fantastic, 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. But when you're expected to be in the MVP conversation and your team is losing to bad teams, I just don't think you're that good. Especially when you have a good team around you, have a good offensive coordinator, you got a good head coach. He's frigid with the ball. He's antsy. He doesn't step into all of his throws. I just don't see him as a top. I think the reason why I'm going with this, Rudy, because I think he's rated high. This is the criteria, right?
Who rates him high? Do you think people rate him high?
Rudy, they had him as an MVP.
Who did? I never heard him as an
MVP. All the TV shows. Once they got Michael Parsons, he was one of the front runners for.
Once they got Michael Parsons, he became an MVP candidate.
Yes.
Okay. So a defensive end made him an MVP candidate.
because they figured, hey, we got a defense now. All you have to do is score 25 points a game. You should be getting the ball back time and time again. Multiple possessions, score the ball. You have a nice core of receivers. Nice running back. Top 10 running back at that.
He's on pace to throw for 4,115 yards. He's got 15 touchdowns and 3 picks.
Okay, and what did he do against Philly? What did he do against Carolina? What did he do against the games that they needed to win? What did he do against Cleveland, against actually a good defense?
Okay. They beat Detroit.
How much points did they put up?
27.
Solid.
They put up 40 against Dallas. They had a tie.
Against Dallas defense at that time of the year before they made these trades.
They just beat Pitt. They beat Pitt by 10. He had 360 in that game.
Before they made these trades.
Okay.
The numbers are gonna number. He's talented quarterback. The numbers are gonna number. But when it comes to like what they think of him and what he actually gets done when they need him, no.
Okay. My number 8 is Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence is an example of being number 1 pick in the draft. Not the number 11 pick, number 1 pick in the draft, who has been a complete and utter abomination. He sucks. He sucks. Mm-hmm. He's paid. Isn't he paid like $55 million a year too?
Yes, he's paid.
Yeah. So another guy overpaid, underperforms. Another guy who is 1/10
$60 million a year.
0.1% better than Caleb Williams, 59.8% completion rating, 2,151 yards, 11 touchdowns to 8 picks. I mean, come on. Number 1 pick in the draft. Sunshine was supposed to be some savior. He is 26th in the league in QBR, 72nd in interceptions, 22nd in touchdowns, 15th in yards. I mean, hey, yet they're 6-4. Don't ask me how. Because it ain't because of him. It sure as shit ain't because of him. Again, this overpaying of these mediocre bums as quarterbacks.
I don't like
talking it. Talking about how great they are. I think he's garbage. I think he's massively overrated. Number 7.
Kyler Murray.
No argument.
Little Call of Duty.
No argument.
I call him Little Call of Duty.
When
your coaches have to have
another number one pick in the
draft. When your coaches have to incentivize you to study as a number 1 draft pick, that's a problem. When Jacoby Brissett is getting the ball to the number 1 receiver more than you, and nobody wants you to play anymore, that's overrated. He's just not a good quarterback. Change the scenery. I don't know. And he's injured. I'm going to have him at number 7. Kyler Murray.
My number 7 might surprise. Maybe it won't. I'm not sure. My number 7 overrated guy is Jalen Hurts. I'm surprised I don't have him higher up, actually.
I knew you were going to go there.
I think Jalen Hurts is one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the NFL. Probably should have him. I probably should redo this list, but I think there's other guys that people still regard as more. And he wasn't a first round. He was a 3rd round pick.
Okay.
2nd round pick, whatever he was.
Second round.
But, he was really good for a year. But then it's like you see a guy who, look at the numbers. This man somehow 16 touchdowns, 1 interception, but people will say that's amazing. Not really. Not really. He barely throws the ball.
198 yards a game.
He doesn't throw the ball. Like he does not throw the football. Your quarterback is averaging 199.5. Yeah, you're averaging less than 200 yards passing per game. That's not a quarterback. I don't pay you to run the ball. I pay you to throw the football. This guy has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games of less than 200 yards. 6. He's got 1 game over 300 yards this year. 1.
Rudy,
they beat Detroit last.
Do he make mistakes?
They don't let him make mistakes. They handcuff him. They don't let him do anything. They throw short bitch passes. He's a short pass guy. He doesn't throw anything down the field really all that much. He has a long of 79, but he's not chucking the ball for bombs. Not when you're throwing fucking 6 games under 200 yards. Or I mean, heck, he had a 51-yard play against Dallas the first game of the year. He threw for 152 yards. So 1/3 of his passing yards came on one play, and the other 18 averaged under 5 yards, averaged barely 5 yards of completion.
I love Love, man. I love everything about him. Love? Just because of his leadership. I mean, not love. Jalen Hurts. His leadership.
Ask Ben how he feels about Jalen Hurts. He's a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Yeah, but
why aren't you holding him to the same criteria as you just held Jordan Love to? They beat the Packers 10-7.
Because he don't make mistakes. He finds a way to win.
10-7. He completed 57.7% of his passes.
Jordan Love have a championship?
You think
Jordan Love out? No. Has he outdueled Patrick Mahomes twice?
No, he has not. Do you think Josh Allen has outdueled Patrick Mahomes multiple times, and they've lost
in the regular season, not in the Super Bowl?
No, he outperformed him in that one game that they lost when they decided. Then they gave that last field goal when they were up 3 with 13 seconds left. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes. Go back.
Outplayed him? I gotta go back and look at that numbers.
Remember how many points Buffalo scored in that fourth quarter?
I think the game was like 38-35. I want to say.
The Bills were up by 3 with 13 seconds left. At that point, Josh Allen had outplayed Patrick Mahomes. Everyone thought that he outplayed him. Patrick Mahomes outplaying someone for a game. Does that mean that you're better than that? Does that mean that you're better than them because you outplayed him for a game?
Hey, man was phenomenal in the playoffs last year. Probably about 75-80% throwing. I mean, I can't get mad at that.
But we're not talking about last year. I'm about right now. I'm not talking about last. We're not right now. Right now. You get it. Right now. Right now. He is. He's had 6 sub 200-yard games. 6. He's not even playing. He had 1 for 130. 1 for 101. They beat Kansas City. He threw for 101 yards.
Is he moving the chains by running the ball a little bit, or it's just got to be a thrower?
He's got 265 yards rushing in 10 games. He's averaging 26.5 yards rushing. This isn't Michael Vick or Cam Newton right here.
So how I'm gonna defend?
And that game he had 15 yards rushing. So 116 yards, they won that game. That wasn't on him.
How am I gonna defend Hurts? He's a quarterback who has played with his offensive coordinator just how many times? The same offensive coordinator how many times?
Don't know, Nick. I don't
none. Zero. Never had the same offensive coordinator.
Head coach the last 5 years.
That he's not calling the plays. Continuity matters.
They run the same fucking tush push for 5 fucking years. So clearly the offensive coordinator knows how to run that fucking play. Which they literally ran one time 4 straight times. 4 straight times. This guy had 116 total yards against Kansas City. They won. He had 192 total yards against Tampa. They won. He had 201 total yards against the Giants. They won. He had 210 total yards against Green Bay. They won. He had 166 total yards against Detroit last week. They won. That's not a guy who's winning games for them, bro.
So, seems like an offensive coordinator problem. And he also doesn't put the game. He doesn't lose the game either.
Okay.
Can't say that about a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Overrated.
Go ahead. Oh, it's on me.
Yeah, you're number 6.
Number 6, Aaron Rodgers, man. Aaron Rodgers. The most electrifying thrower of the football since Dan Marino ever to throw the football. Has done nothing. Don't push the ball down the field. Still comes with the hype. A lot of Jet fans before thought that he was going to be their savior. Didn't do it. And you know what, Rudy? I'm going to be real with you.
Hold on a second. What? Oh. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think my problem with Aaron Rodgers is his leadership over the years. And I think I still hold that bitch ass play that he didn't make against the Buccaneers on 3rd down. He had a chance to run the ball. Didn't run it. So I might be a little biased and just wanted to put Aaron Rodgers on there just because I don't like him.
You mean because a quarterback threw the ball instead of running the ball? He's a bitch ass. He threw the ball.
Yeah, because he was a wide. Rudy, you complain about that play all the time for him.
Complain. I see it from here. I'm not the guy playing quarterback. Like I may have seen a guy wide open in the end zone. You calling a bitch ass play? The real bitch ass play that we saw was in the Super Bowl. We saw a bitch ass play in the Super Bowl. That was the most bitch ass play. Not diving to recover your own fumble.
Cam Newton.
Yes,
Cam Newton.
That's a bitch ass play. Tell me the quarterback threw the. It was over because he didn't dive on the football.
The game was over already.
They were down by a score or 2 scores. Like
hell no. The game was over.
All right. I don't think throwing the ball as a quarterback is a bitch ass play, but okay.
It's if you had a chance to go to the Super Bowl and all you had to do is run for 5-6 yards.
Okay. There was no guarantee he was going to get in, but okay. I mean,
Rudy, the man was going to. He was definitely going to. If not, he was going to be at the 1 yard line.
Okay. Wasn't it 4th down?
Who you got at 6? No, it was 3rd down.
Kyler Murray. We can move on.
Okay.
Kyler Murray. We can move on. Number 5.
Okay. Joe Burrow.
Your reason is because of injury. Okay, we can move on. That's literally you just told us that overrated is based on if you're injured. Like, I mean,
3 out of 6 years he doesn't play. He can't stay on the field.
Again, but how is that? I don't know. Yes, I agree. The best availability of the best ability is availability. But how does that make you overrated as a player if you get hurt? I don't understand.
Because you're not showing your ability to play. Like, I'm paying you money to play. You can't play.
Again, but how does that make you overrated as far as when you're out there and what you do when you're out there? I actually would have I'd feel better about an argument that says when the game matters, he fucking chokes, which I would say is possible.
I did that a couple times, but not enough to be, talk shit about him.
But you're talking shit about him being hurt.
Yes, Rudy, 3 years out of 6, he has not been on the field. That plays a part of it. I can't overlook that. I like the guy. When
you're overrated is based on injuries now.
No, it has a part to do with it. It can't not just all be like you're not on the field. I pay you to be on the field. You're never there.
Okay, that doesn't make you. We fundamentally disagree on what overrated means because you're not even. He's not even the starter right now. So how the fuck can he be? He has played 2 games this year. He's injured.
Get your ass in the training room. That's part of it.
All right.
So if I pay you money and you're not playing, what does that mean?
If I pay you money, they just paid LeBron James to not play basketball for the first 10 games of the season. That motherfucker's played 82 games once in his whole career.
The man,
you don't think he's overrated? When he's missed 30 games, you ain't never called him overrated. When he missed half a season, you never called him overrated.
15 out of 20.
And he did it for 4 straight years where he missed half the year. You
15 or overrated. The man gave you 23 years, 15 out of those years, 16 out of those years. Not somebody who only played 6 years and 3 of them he hasn't played half of them. If you flip a fucking coin with Joe Burrow, he's out.
Okay.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, torn ACLs. I mean, that sucks. I mean, I'm sure he planned that. Torn elbows or torn shoulders. I'm sure he planned that. Number 5, I got Aaron Rodgers. Okay, number 4.
Why you got Aaron Rodgers? Why do you feel?
I think Aaron Rodgers sucks. I thought Aaron Rodgers has sucked for years. I think he's a piece of shit as a person. I think his statistics are puffed. I think that he doesn't take chances as a quarterback, which is why his interception numbers have always been lower. And I think what makes a quarterback that dude is the guy that's willing to risk it all. And he's never been willing to risk it all, even in the last decade. He won multiple MVPs late in his career, and we had to listen to Stephen A. Smith say, that bad man. Well, that bad man never fucking never challenges anybody.
Nope.
He only throws to open guys. He never, again, he doesn't try to put the ball in a thimble, in a keyhole. It's always the guy got to be open. And I find, what? Wide open. Because for you to have years where you throw for 3 picks, like, that's not quarterback. That's some guy who's throwing the ball to people that are open, taking the easy route. And that's why he's never been back to a Super Bowl in over a decade. That's why. Because he's not willing to, he's not willing to run that ball that you think that he would have gotten in. Yeah, you could say that too if you want to. I mean, So yeah, I vote, and I thought he was overrated with Green Bay, even when he was being named MVP. So
Okay.
because every time it mattered, he fucking disappeared.
100%. I agree. At number 4, I got JJ McCarthy. Production to pick. Some and it's just how bad he is. When you throw it 52% completion as a quarterback in the NFL, in this NFL, 52% completing the ball, that's terrible. 8 touchdowns to 6 interceptions is terrible. Also the second fact when you had a quarterback in Sam Darnold who's lighting up the league right now, throwing the ball to, all over the field, and you have all these analysts who saying that JJ McCarthy is an amazing quarterback, and look how he threw this ball in this workout. He rolled out left and threw it all the way back right. And look at this play by JJ McCarthy. And now we're looking at it. He's god awful. He's like Christian Ponder 2.0. And I respect Christian Ponder because he got me a playoff check. I'll never take that away from Christian Ponder. He got me a playoff check. We beat Green Bay in 2012 to go to the playoffs. Now, granted, most of that was Adrian Peterson, but Christian Ponder was there, but he was never a quarterback that you thought deserved to be drafted that high out of Florida State. And I don't think JJ McCarthy deserved to be drafted that high out of Michigan. I don't know where these pundits got this from, that he can play quarterback at a high level. JJ Jefferson looked visibly frustrated. When you play with a great receiver, you should throw the ball more than 52% just by throwing it his way, that he's going to catch it. Like, no matter what the play call, I'm throwing the ball to this guy because he's amazing. But at 52%, that's just, I don't got much words for throwing the ball like that. So I got JJ at 4.
Okay. At 4, I got Dak Prescott. Okay. If you're going to hold people accountable for winning, like you held Jordan Love accountable for winning, Dak Prescott has had more weapons on his teams every year. Wide receiver, running back, they buy him players every year. And he finds a way when it matters to fucking disappear. His team, their defense stinks this year. Fine. He throws for yards. He gets stats. He's a stat guy. And when it matters against Green Bay, he loses on his own. He gets blown out the building in his home field. I mean, last year he missed half the season. I thought, being healthy matters according to you. He's got over the last 4 years, he's missed 9, 14, 20, 25 games over the last 7 years. It's a lot of games to miss, in my opinion, for a quarterback. But I mean, I'm not even basing it on that. I just think that he is completely overhyped. He was the first really bad NFL contract, a really bad contract. He started this bad contract shit. His yards per average per yard, average per attempt is way down. It's the worst he's had since his second year, not including last year when he missed 9 games. He's just, I'm nice guy. Great. Seems like a nice guy. I don't find him to be a leader. I don't care that he was drafted in the 4th round. I remember when Dak was in college, he was very good. Like, he was drafted way too low for his ability, in my opinion. And I don't think he helped himself by being so good, or them being so good his first year, because that you just set a standard up here that you're probably never going to reach again. To go 13-3 in the NFL, or 14-3, they were 13-3, is really hard. Like, the odds of going 13-3 in the NFL, like, you sometimes don't have anybody that goes 13-3 in a season, let alone, doing it as a rookie.
Yeah.
So, maybe that's part of it. But yeah, they were 13-3. And then they lost in the first round of the playoffs. They lost in the divisional playoff to Green Bay at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, these contracts, I have higher expectations when you're getting paid like you're God. So, and he's a Dallas Cowboy, so he's automatically rated higher than everybody else because he's on the Cowboys. Number 3.
Tua Tagovailoa, $53 million a year, top draft pick. Can't throw the ball past the sticks unless it's a dig. I just can't play in weather under 40 degrees. Your coach obviously don't believe in you anymore. He's starting to get the ball A-chain a lot. You're not even throwing the ball 20 times a game right now. Like, $53 million a year. $53 million a year. That's a sorry ass. So when your specialty is supposed to be, somebody who's a timing quarterback, somebody who has awareness and accuracy, and you can't throw the ball with accuracy, you seem to not have the greatest awareness. Even your press conferences are terrible right now. I just think that's somebody that's, you're kind of stuck with it with the Dolphins. You're just up in a fucked up situation with him. Obviously injuries play a big part with him also. But $53 million a year, and you can't do the things that make you special, you're overrated.
Okay. My number 3, you'll probably find this one funny, interesting, amusing. I got Bo Nix. Bo Nix is Denver's winning. That is the only reason they're talking about Bo Nix like he is fucking Christ. They are talking about this dude like he Christ on earth. The dude is completing 61.2% of his passes. They're winning games. I mean, they beat the Chiefs 22-19. They beat the Raiders 10-7. They beat the Texans 18-15. They needed a miracle to come back to beat the Giants 33-32.
The Giants were playing good at that time.
Huh? Yeah. I mean, he's had one game over 300. Again, I'm going to look at again. The guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games under 200 yards passing. I mean, he had one of those against Tennessee, and he threw for 40 times, and he threw for the 176. Do I think this is where I go to the term overrated. Do I think he's a bad quarterback? No, I don't. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. But if you look at the numbers of these games, they beat the Jets 13-11. Like, this team is like, you know how they say from one year to the next, all it is like that much in the NFL from being 13-3 to being 3-13. They do this next year, they're probably 3-14. Like, you're not going to get away with winning 13-11, 33-32, 18-15, 10-7, and 22-19. That's 5 of their 21-17. That is literally 6 of their 8 wins. What are they? 6? Are they? Let me see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 of their 9 wins. There's 9 wins are possession or less, and he has not had them. I mean, he played one of his better games against the Chiefs, but against the Raiders, he threw for 150. Against the Texans, 173.
That's the only reason I didn't put him on the list, because that last Chief game kind of showed me a little something. His numbers weren't terrible as a rookie either. So
the Jets game 174. The Titans 176. The Chargers 153. Even the Colts 206. Like, that's not a guy who is elite in my opinion. That's a guy they're winning, so he's good enough. He's thrown 8 picks, 18-8. But that completion percentage of 61.2, like in today's NFL, like if you're anything under like 67%,
65 is the barometer for me.
If you're anything under anything less than 67%, like there's a problem, because these guys that are under it are throwing dink and dunks. Like they're 10-7 against the Raiders. Like, come on, bro. Like that's just trash. Now, mind you, his sports cards value is going way up. So if anyone has them, want to give me some, I'm happy to take them off your hands. By the way, Jalen Hurts, there's all kinds of rumbling right now. It's actually on ESPN right now where there's mad frustration inside the organization directed towards him. They're not happy with him. They're not happy with him. But go ahead. Number 2.
They'll be all right. Dak Prescott, $60 million a year, 2 playoff wins. In year 10? You're on America's team. You're getting paid the highest. You got to get yourself to at least one conference championship. I'm not asking you to get to the Super Bowl, but a conference championship is doable. You had CD Lamb. You have George Pickens right now. You had what's my guy name? Number 88 before. Who am I thinking about?
Amari Cooper.
You had Amari Cooper. I'm talking about 88 before that. Damn. Big receiver, went up against Green Bay Packers, caught the ball. Des Bryant. You had some players, man. So you had a nice couple of tight ends, had amazing O-line. You had Zeke in his prime the first 4 years. He just never got it done.
They largely won because of Zeke in his first year.
Exactly. And then your last 2 playoff appearances, you have 4 interceptions. And you put up these amazing stats every year. But when it's time, to make those plays, we need to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting it done. So that's why I'm going to have Dak at number 2.
My number 2 is J.J. McCarthy. And it was real hard not putting him number 1.
I know who you're going with.
It was real hard not putting him number 1 because J.J. McCarthy has been glazed since Michigan, despite doing nothing at Michigan. Like, he did nothing at Michigan. He rode an offensive line that was a monster who blocked for – what the hell was the running back's name? I don't remember. But blocked for that Bulldog running back they had. And they ran the ball down everybody's throat. That was it was nice to watch them play because they kicked your ass the old way. It's the type of football that Mario Cristobal wants to play, but his offensive line ain't built like that, no matter how good he thinks it is. That Michigan O-line, when they won the national championship, was ridiculous. And they ran people over. Now, as a passer, the guy had 6 of his last 7 games sub 200 yards. And you're acting like he's the reason that they got to the national championship. I mean, heck, if it wasn't for his wide receiver making a ridiculous play against Alabama, they lose that game because he stunk.
Mm-hmm.
And he stunk for most of the season. He wasn't very good. His completion percentage kind of wipes the stench away from the fact that he doesn't contribute in big games. He doesn't contribute. He's just a guy. Like that Jag, he's just a guy. And then he gets pushed in up the draft board to where we thought at one point he'd be the top 4 pick because of the white privilege at quarterback that he was receiving, which we talked about many, many times, and every Minnesota fan lost their mind. You got rid of Sam Darnold, who had the best year of his life. The Vikings they won 13 games last year. Sucked for them because they're losing that last game to Detroit. Basically destroyed their season. I mean, they lost in the first round of the playoff, the wild card weekend, and you got rid of a guy, and that guy right now is in. I mean, that guy is right now in Seattle, throwing for 2,541 yards with 70% completion, 17 touchdowns. Yeah, he has 10 picks. I know the last game he had a real bad game.
4.
So that's literally 40% of his entire season was one game. That's why it kills me when people talk shit about Carson Wentz. He threw 4 picks. He's thrown 9 picks. Yeah, he threw half of them motherfuckers in one game.
It's one game.
In one game, and the other, and 2 of them in the other. And in both situations, one of them was a drop, and in the other game, 2 of them were great plays by the defense on Louisville, and the last one was one was a bad route, and the other one wasn't a bad route. Don't make him a bad quarterback. So yeah, he had one bad game, but you got rid of this guy to bring in this fucking bum like McCarthy. This guy, I mean, they made a big old thing about this dude when he won the first game of the season. Motherfucker threw for 143 yards in that game. But because they came back from down, oh my God, we're losing our minds. 13 of 20 for 143, 2 touchdowns and a pick. This guy is certifiably garbage. Then he gets hurt a few games in. So that's your thing of the injury thing. He's not even available to play.
Didn't even need it for him. He's just bad. He's just fucking bad.
He's played 5 games. He's thrown for 143, 158, 143, 150, and 248. And they won the games that he threw for 143 against Chicago and Detroit.
And they should have won
those games.
No, and they should have beat Chicago the other day.
And he threw for 150. Like
Rudy,
this guy has 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
He first 3 quarters,
3% completion rate percentage as a senior in his last year at Michigan. He's completing 52.9% of his passes.
The first 3 quarters was
pass the ball.
The first 3 quarters was god awful, and then he turned it around. He turned it around to some Tim Tebow shit, and I was like, please don't let this man win this game because
he is awful.
I know the people are gonna get on there Monday morning and, oh my gosh, did you see JJ McCarthy?
And who was it? Did I send you the recording when I was in my car? And I sent you a recording of the radio literally trashing JJ McCarthy, didn't I?
No, you didn't send me that one.
I didn't.
Nope.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I recorded some stuff where a radio show I was listening to was absolutely skewering JJ McCarthy, killing him.
He was bad. No,
killing him. No, they're worried about he's bad. No, they're saying he is bad, not that he was bad. He's a bad player. He sucks. Like they were like, and this what kills me is like, I said this shit last year before he got drafted. Here we go.
That Caleb Williams will outplay JJ McCarthy. I can't put it any simpler than that. Well, blasting him. I'm buying all of it. And I do think the Bears can make the playoffs. And I do think the Vikings have gotten carved up defensively against the Chargers and the Lions and the Ravens and the Eagles who they've played out of the bye. So I expect the Bears game to go well on Sunday. But you guys don't understand. I'm protecting myself. No, okay, but here's the thing. I believe that you expect Caleb to outplay JJ. I do, because God forbid if he doesn't. Honestly, it's a disaster if he doesn't. JJ's been, I'm not saying he's going to be bad. He may or may not be, but he's not ahead of schedule. Up to this point, JJ's been bad. And Caleb is coming off the 2 best moments, arguably.
That was first things first. That was Nick Wright and another guy. They were basically JJ McCarthy stinks. I started recording it late. So no, he's terrible. And I was bothered by the pick last year. I'm still bothered by the pick. I'm pissed that they traded Sam Darnold. I'm not even a Vikings fan. You know, I know we know someone who is, and I feel bad for him because this is worse than Tua. Like, this guy's horrible. This guy doesn't belong in the NFL. Like, when you look at guys and you say, like, this guy does not belong in the NFL. When you look at guys and you sit here and say, and we'll get to him later, Shedeur Sanders, when he makes comments about I'm better than most of these guys. Well, this guy I would agree with because this guy sucks. This guy's horrible. This guy has no business. This guy should be playing arena football. Well, he can't because he can't throw. CFL. Oh, he can't throw again, so he can't. He
can't go to CFL. Hell no. Hell no.
He should be coaching freaking high school football in wherever the fuck he's from. Where's he from?
Fucking
LaGrange Park, Illinois. He should be coaching some high school football team in LaGrange Park, Illinois, or being like some financial advisor or something. Like, that's what he is. He stinks. So that's my number 2. Who is your number 1? Let me guess. You already know who mine is. I told you. Josh Allen.
Josh Allen? No. I couldn't do it. Trevor Lawrence, man. Trevor Lawrence, man. Generational talent, they called him. They called him a generational talent. We haven't seen anything like this. One of the highest rated quarterback coming out of high school. Phenomenal. We called him what do they call it? Sunshine from Remember the Titans.
The fake movie Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. Rudy, the man is 80 and 54 in touchdowns to interception ratio. Every quarterback in this day and age have at least a 2-to-1. touchdown to interception ratio. He's not good, hasn't been good. He had that one playoff game when he came back against Justin Herbert. But other than that, he's been highly overrated. They won 4 games last year, which ended up getting them Travis Hunter. He's the for what he's getting paid and what they thought about him coming out of Clemson as a freshman quarterback who won all his games, won a championship, won his first 34 games or 20-something games at Clemson before he lost to Ohio State one year. He's the most overrated quarterback in the league. I'm not going to call him a bum, but I'm going to call him average, below average as a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have at number 1.
Okay. So my number 1.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Overrated quarterback in the NFL, and people are going to skewer me for this more than likely. This is why I gave definitions for this stuff. This is why I gave definitions for this stuff. I'm going to repeat it. This is why I gave a definition and a criteria, because under the criteria is you are rated up here or you're perceived to be up here, but at the end of the day, you don't get the job done. And I don't care how many MVPs this guy has won. I don't care, because I didn't even think he was the MVP in either of those seasons. I think when they look at this guy, they avoid looking at I don't like the fact that now being a running back is now what makes you a good quarterback. That's not what it does for me. Like the having a versatile athletic QB is one thing. Having a QB who relies on his legs to make him a good quarterback is a completely different thing. And every time they talk about this guy's numbers, it is, oh, but he rushed for this. Well, I don't pay him to run the fucking ball. I pay him to play quarterback. Now, does that go into their offense because of their type of style? Maybe. But Lamar Jackson is every year supposed to win the Super Bowl. Every year. And every year, when it comes down to the game that matters, he absolutely chokes his fucking ass off. He chokes every time. And I don't mean like Josh Allen, we could say he chokes, right? We could say it. But it wouldn't be wholly accurate, because if you're now we can actually also go and say that this happened to Lamar as well. And I'll get into it. But Josh Allen should have never lost that game to the Chiefs when they were up by 3 with 13 seconds to go to play, and the coach don't know what he was doing on the kickoff. Dalton Kincaid dropped that ball that hit him right in the fucking chest last year. It hit him in the number. It hit him in the fucking hands. It hit him in the hands.
That was a tough catch.
Catch the ball. It's your job. Your job. Catch the ball. Catch the ball. Lamar Jackson did have a drop by Zay Flowers, or a fumble by Zay Flowers at the goal line.
Okay.
And he did have a drop by Mickey Andrews. I don't even remember when that was. Was that this year? I don't remember what that was. That wasn't a playoff game. That was a playoff game?
Year. No, that was last year.
Was that a playoff game?
Yeah, last year, playoffs against Buffalo.
Against Buffalo. But didn't they beat Didn't they beat Buffalo?
No.
Was that 2 years ago? 2 years ago they lost to the Chiefs in the conference finals.
They lost it. Yeah. Okay.
Conference finals against the Chiefs. That was when that was the fumble by Zay Flowers against the Chiefs.
That's Zay Flowers.
And then he threw a pick in the end zone. Just completely terrible decision. They scored 10 points in that game. 10 points. You're on your home field. 10 points. You're the MVP. You scored 10 points. Like, he's never won until that year he couldn't win a playoff game. He couldn't win a playoff game. But the guy's been named. Look at the numbers he had. If you go look at the numbers when he was named MVP, his first MVP, he was like 21st in passing. I mean,
They were also blowing teams out, and he wasn't even playing 4 quarters. But go
He
ahead.
was 21st in passing because he wasn't throwing the ball. He was running the ball
But
largely.
was he
Running
first
the
in? Was he first in touchdowns? I think so.
Great
Okay.
touchdowns, wonderful. You're a quarterback. Your job is to throw the football. Again,
no. My job is to move the ball up and down the field as a quarterback.
Yeah, well,
however I do it, it doesn't matter.
However you do it. So when you throw for, he threw for that year. This is what he threw for. 3,127 yards.
Okay,
that is not an MVP season on any fucking planet for a quarterback in the last 40 seasons.
I'm gonna touchdown. He threw 36.
36, great.
And 4 interceptions or something like that.
6. Okay, great.
Okay.
Again.
Okay.
And he won.
Okay.
And he won the MVP in 23, throwing for 3,678 yards and 24 touchdowns and 7 interceptions.
Okay.
In fact, his season last year was better than the season that he won the MVP in.
So that also, what's going on around you, what's the other quarterbacks doing, other players in the league. But also, I'm gonna bring up this point. Can you name can you name a top 20 receiver he had on this team in his career ever?
I don't follow the Ravens that much, but they did
say
when they got guys. When people were raving about them getting Odell Beckham, I am saying
cut
nothing. I think Odell's been garbage for 5 years. But when they sit here and jump up and down and bloviate about, oh my God, he got OBJ just did XYZ. Oh my God.
OBJ
you can't go both ways, bro. You can't go both ways.
OBJ was coming off an ACL injury. OBJ was not the same player since he was a giant.
Brother, he hasn't been the same player since he was the Giants, but yet they fucking talked about him like he was about to be the MVP.
Yes, because of him off the field and his charisma and all the dancing and all the fucking TikToks he does.
Again,
but other than that,
let's go through the receivers that Lamar Jackson's had, because he's had an elite tight end the entire time. An elite.
He had an elite tight end.
Elite. He's one of the best tight ends in the league.
Can I get somebody on the outside one time in my life?
Great. I would like a fucking tight end for the Miami Hurricanes.
Hollywood. He had Hollywood, who's
they were, when they drafted him, they were fucking ecstatic about him.
And we find out that Hollywood is a 3rd-round receiver.
Well,
a third receiver.
They drafted him in the first round, right? They drafted him in the first round.
They did.
So he's an overrated receiver then.
Yes.
I mean, but when they drafted him, he was considered a great wide receiver. Zay Flowers. They drafted him. He's a 1st-round pick, right?
No, he's good. He's a good player.
Okay, you just said he has no receivers.
For most of his career,
damn good. Zay Flowers is a very good receiver. He has the best running back in football, or one of the best running backs in football. He's always had good running game with that team. Derrick Henry's on his team.
So let me tell you the problem. Let me tell you the problem with Lamar.
And now he has DeAndre Hopkins, who I know is later in his career. But
come on now.
Come on now.
That's not DeAndre Hopkins.
Again, you're asking a question. I'm giving you the fucking answer.
I'm just telling you that's not DeAndre Hopkins. That's
an imposter by that name.
That's a 70% version of DeAndre Hopkins.
He's a starter on their team right now. So
I don't give a damn. That's not DeAndre Hopkins. That's not DeAndre Hopkins from Houston.
Do they got more weapons than the Dolphins?
No.
Who's playing wide receiver for the Dolphins besides Jalen Waddle? Can you name me the guys?
Nate Washington.
Who?
Nate Washington.
Are you sure? I have no idea who that is.
I'm pretty sure that's Nate.
How many balls has that guy caught this year? How many balls? Let's go look. I couldn't tell you who the receivers are. I think the quarterback sucks. I thought it was Malik Washington.
Oh, it might be Malik Washington.
You know who the Dolphins' second leading receiver is? Actually, no, I'm sorry.
No.
You know who the Dolphins' leading receiver is?
H.A.
Devon Achane. He has the most catches on the team. 54 catches.
H.A.
Their number 2 receiver on the team is Malik Washington. He's got 234 yards receiving.
He don't have more yards than Waddle.
Waddle's first. He has 722.
Okay.
You could not name me another wide receiver because I have no idea who the fuck Nick Westbrook is.
They started off with Tyreek Hill,
Taj Washington, or Cedric Wilson Jr. They don't have Tyreek Hill anymore. Tyreek Hill's been a disaster since he got body slammed to the ground by the police, man.
How can Lamar Jackson be overrated when they told you that he was a fucking running back? They told you he should play receiver.
What do you mean?
They didn't tell.
He was a
They told you.
He was a first round draft pick.
They told you that he wasn't a quarterback. They wanted him to switch positions.
They told me Justin Fields was dumb. You made him overrated. They told me when he got drafted, his football IQ was not very good. They told us that. They said, a lot of those guys said, don't know how he'll do when he's under pressure. He folds under pressure. And he's done that. He's folded under pressure.
And Lamar
folds under pressure.
The problem with Lamar Jackson is that he never had a number one receiver. Secondly, the difference between him and Jalen Hurts would fucking push 99 yards down the field if that means winning the game. Lamar Jackson gets into the playoffs, and because white people told him that he should throw the ball instead of using his God-given ability as a runner to make plays, extend plays. He gets to the playoffs and he wants to prove the naysayer wrong. And he wants to be this elite thrower of the football instead of using his legs in big moments and using them to get first downs to keep the defense on their heels. That's his problem. Not because he can't throw, not because he's overrated. It's because I don't know what happens when he gets to the playoffs between his offensive coordinator and his mindset of we have to throw the ball, because as a quarterback, if you're not throwing the fucking football, you're not a quarterback. That's the dumbest shit, when obviously his best ability is that he's the most dangerous person on the field with his legs, and he doesn't use it as a threat when it comes to the playoffs. And that's the problem.
He don't have the legs
because
anymore. He ain't the same.
What?
He doesn't have that same speed anymore.
Well, the other 6 years in the league, when he got to that time of the year, he didn't use the legs like he was supposed to. And why is that? Because GMs and white owners said, "Hey, to be an elite quarterback."
What you're telling me right now is that John Harbaugh decided in the playoffs, when all this guy does all year is run the football.
I think
all year. He
I think he
heard in the playoffs to say, Lamar, you better throw us the ball 45 times. You're telling me that the coach decided that to just throw the ball 45 times?
I think it's them
or
hearing
Lamar Jackson wants to prove to people that he can actually win the game for them and not be part of the team.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think he hears what other people say, and he gets to that point and he wants to prove. I also can't look away from the fact that a damn coach got against the Chiefs and didn't run the ball. You have Harry back there. You don't run play actions. You don't hand the ball off. You don't do things that are conducive to your quarterback best attributes. I just don't understand that. I think that has to do with a lot of people. I think that has Lamar in it. I think that has Harbaugh, and I think it also has their offensive coordinator. I forgot his name. I remembered it at one point, but I don't remember it now.
No idea who it is. Well, that's fine. That's my number one. I mean, it could change. It won't change this year because by your definition, if you can't play, you're overrated. He's been hurt. He's been hurt half the season. So
he only missed like 2 games, maybe 3.
He's out, Murray. He's out again, by the way.
Who, Lamar?
Yes. He's missed.
When did he get out?
He's hurt. He's hurt again, Nick.
Oh, since when?
Since right here, add Lamar Jackson to the ankle to the list of injuries. That was 27 minutes ago.
Is he gonna miss the game?
They were without them at practice with an ankle injury.
Today's Wednesday, man. You don't have to practice till Friday. Walk through. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Well, there you have it.
The running quarterback can't run? Okay.
He hasn't been running this year. But I bet defensive coordinators are still game planning for him to run.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the list, folks. Hope you enjoyed that one. What's up, Cuban Kane? Welcome aboard. Let's jump into the next topic right now. I don't know if you've watched this at all. This won't be very, very long. The WNBA has another CBA offer that's been leaked, and it says that the WNBA has proposed max salaries of over $1.1 million. This is by the ESPN. WNBA's latest collective bargaining proposal would include revenue sharing with a maximum salary of more than 1.1 million available to more than one player per team, growing each year. WNBA officials updated the board on the latest proposal at meetings this week. The new league minimum would be more than 220 grand, with an average of more than 460K per source for the source. The numbers would start in the first year of the deal for more than 180 players and increase over the length of the CBA. Blase, blase. That is where we are right now. And they just had a couple of more players decide to opt into the Saudi Arabian League, funded by a country that hates women, who hates lesbians, who hates homosexuality, who literally, it's a crime to be homosexual in Saudi Arabia, or it was. They can't even leave their house without a male figure in their house saying you can leave. And yet now you just added Alyssa Thomas and Jewel Lloyd to the group, to the players that are going to play in this league. Of course, we haven't heard back. We don't know what they're going to do. They have a 5-team WNBA draft lottery set for November 23rd. I don't know how they can do a draft lottery if they don't have a CBA. But what are your thoughts of the WNBA having now being offered over $1 million for max players and a 220 base for literally the shittiest players in the league to play 4 months of basketball?
I am really thinking about getting on my Joanna man shit, man. If they're paying everybody over there who can't make a layup that kind of money, where's it coming from? So the owners are going to continue to lose more and more money, or y'all going to keep fluffing numbers and telling us that they are bringing in so much revenue when people are actually paying attention and are locked in and buying shit and selling out arenas? Is that what's going on? I don't see it. But if I'm the WNBA players, I'm jumping on this offer as soon as possible. But we know how this goes. They'll say they'll need more. Pay us what you owe us. And I don't know. I don't know what's the fine number for them. I don't know what number they're looking for. But they have jumped up from, what was the initial number, Rudy?
It was like 800 and change. 850, I think, was the max number, and then now it's gone up to over a quarter million dollars.
Jeez. So that putting a team at about what, $5 million, $6 million payroll?
I mean, it'd probably be more than that. I don't know what the cap is going to be, but I mean, you're talking about if you have a couple of players making 1.1 million a year, that's two.
That's
I mean,
2.2.
It'll be probably $5-6 million probably based on that. Based on that,
I'm happy for the ladies, man. I'm happy for them, man. Like, they've been fighting for this the whole time.
They ain't say yes.
But they're getting up there. They're getting to, they'll say livable. I don't even know if they'll say livable numbers. It might not be livable for them. It still might be low for them. But they're getting their number up. I'm happy for them. They've been fighting for it. They didn't falter. They kept saying that they're gonna hold out. They're gonna hold out, and the league is keep putting the number up. I don't know where it stops at, but you do have this other league that's coming up. But is this league? It's just supposed to match with Unrivals. It's not supposed to match with the WNBA season. But
it does. But it does. It does. I mean, it creates a competition. It creates a legitimate competition, even if it's not at the same time. I mean, if you basically, what we're learning is that these players only care about a check. Like all their activism goes out the window once a check is cut.
Who doesn't, Rudy?
There's lots of people that have stand up for that. There's lots of people that do. I'm not one of them, but there's lots of people who
90%.
really do. I wouldn't say it's that high.
90%.
I wouldn't agree with that.
Who's going to take the check?
I think there are a lot of people that actually have beliefs that a check won't cure. You're a homosexual woman.
What they say, everybody have a price.
Yes, that's what
Everybody.
Ted DiBiase said. So your price is $2 million.
When you've been getting
$2 million.
When you've been getting paid $75,000, $100K.
Again, your price is $2 million. That's what the price is. That's a pretty low price. Like Nick, I'm gonna ask you a question.
What?
How much for you to give head?
I have no price on that one. I know they say everything have a price. I'm not giving head, man. I just can't put another thing in my mouth.
There you go. So, and that is a sexual thing. This is their lives. This is who they are as people. I am a homosexual woman. This country would rather have me be beheaded than be in their country, or be like the people that are funding this would behead me for my what I am. And you're that, like, it's that quick? It's that quick? Like, yo, it gotta be more than that.
But if I can make $1 million
more than that,
that's $1 million though, man.
Nick, $1 million in today's generation. Dude, I make good money, bro. I make good money. I'm gonna tell you what. I make good money. I don't make $1 million. I wish I did. But if you told me that I'm making what I make today, and you told me this 10 years ago, I'd be sitting here like, fuck, that's good. That's great. And here I am making it. I'm like, I need a couple $100,000 more to maintain my style of living. And when I have bad months, I feel it. Okay. That money goes by fast. And these women ain't going to have real jobs after they retire, because who the fuck wants them on TV? Notice who they put on TV. The ones that are more physically attractive, because the battle axes they don't want to have on TV. Those women got nothing to say. I mean, where are they going? They're going to go be assistant coaches in college?
So you got to make that money now. So you go over there for 3-4 months. You play in that little league.
My point is, it's not as much money as, like, because it'll be gone in probably 3-4 years regardless. When they're
if the opportunity,
so you're all your integrity and ethics go out the window for $2 million. Like, that's pretty low to me. That's a low number.
But Rudy, they've been making 75,000.
No, they have
80,000.
not. Alyssa Thomas was a maxed out $250,000 player.
So that's 200,000.
250 to 250. Yeah, she was a maxed out player. She's not a fucking $75,000 role player.
Okay, so she's gonna get 5 times the amount.
I don't know what she's gonna get, but Nika Gumake was about $2 million they reported. So I don't know what Alyssa Thomas is
10 times
guaranteed. Again, they would rather see you dead. I mean, if that's all it takes, then go for it. But don't ever jump on a podium and tell me about your activism again. I don't want to ever see you march for transgendered rights in this country ever again. I don't want to ever see you blowing a bullhorn about racism and sexual discrimination ever again. Because I know that what you're spewing is all bullshit. It's not true. You don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
So get off your podium. I don't want to hear it. So, yeah. That's all I got for this one. That's why this one will be quick. I think they're hypocrites. They're hypocrites. I mean, they are. That's what they are. You know? And unrivaled. I know you're going to be trying to work out with these women and whatever the fuck. By the way, yes, folks, Nick is apparently got called in to work out with Kelsey Plum last week. And, they wouldn't let him guard her because he fouls. and they don't want her to get touched. They protect them. This is the problem. This is these women practice against glorified 40 and up JCC players.
Whoa. I'm 37. I'm
not talking you. I'm talking about the majority of their people they practice with are 40-plus-year-old JCC.
No, it was actually, one dude he was on Kelsey team, but he was probably about, he could hoop. I was guarding him. He was about 6'5".
You weren't guarding him then, because if you're 6'5" and you're 5'9", you weren't guarding him. He was just.
I have guarded people bigger than that.
You can guard them all you want. Doesn't mean that you're successful in guarding a guy who's 6'5". He wants to post your ass up.
No, you're not going. You can't move me though. You're just going to shoot over me. I'm still strong as shit. I'm still stronger than most NBA players for the most part. You're not just gonna move me. You're gonna have to work
because you lift weights. That makes you.
Yes, I don't. Yeah, I lift more than 185 2 times. So I think I could hold my ground. Now, are you going to be able to shoot over me? Do you have more skills than me? Yeah, probably. More than likely you do it.
If they outweigh you by 40 pounds, they're still going to be able to back you down. I mean,
I still could battle for a little bit.
Yeah, Nick is trying to become a practice player for the women of Unrivaled. By the way, did you see Angel Reese now has a boyfriend? Wendell Carter Jr. from the Orlando Magic.
Wendell Carter. They said they've been reportedly going at it for a little while. People knew they just officially came out.
Yes, that's my girl. Okay. Yeah. And he didn't sound convincing.
Man, that's that man girl, man. What you want him to do? Jump up and down? Scream it from the rafters?
I wouldn't scream that shit.
Why? Because you think she's like
you think I want to fucking scream about being with Sid the Sloth?
The girl looks good, man. She has a nice body. Nice body.
No one said she had a nice body. I'm looking at her face.
Her face isn't ugly, especially when she put on glasses. Like when she have on shades.
So she puts on glasses. Her face is not. So when you cover her eyes, she's not. All right, I'm leaving this alone.
It's not terrible.
I'm leaving this alone. No, she's a 4.
She's not a 4.
She's a 4.
No, she's not a 4.
She's a 4.
No way.
4. She's a 4.
No.
She's a 4, Nick.
You're crazy, man. You're out your mind. You're out your mind.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you another question, and be very, very careful in how you answer it. What is your wife?
My wife is 11.9.
11.9? Oh, so not a 12?
You're right. Damn. You're right. She is a 12.
I was going to say, if you give a certain number and it ain't a 10, Angel Reese is in there before, bro.
She did tell me to pick up my socks that I left on the floor the past 3 days, so I'm gonna put her at 11.9. She was a little aggressive with how she said that, so we'll see if she can earn her way back up to a 12. But Angel Reese is definitely like a 7.5.
Now she's a 7. Now she's a 7.5, 8. Nick,
8, 8.5. Yes.
You know who's an 8?
Don't do it, Beyonce.
Yes.
You're out your fucking mind. You think Beyonce's an 8? You're crazy.
Yes. Beyonce's
what you talking about? 45-year-old Beyonce?
Beyonce's
20, not 25, 30. You're crazy.
So let me ask you this question: Who's a prettier woman, Kelly Rowland or Beyonce?
I did see a little video of Kelly Rowland the other day. I said, "Ooh, Lord have mercy." Both.
So what's
give Kelly me both?
Rowland? No, that's not the question. So you can't. No.
So
if Kelly Rowland's a 9. Then Beyonce can't be an 8. Be an 8. No, sorry,
why not? Why? Because
she can't be a 10.
Why not?
Because you just said Kelly Rowland looked better. Literally just said it.
I did. I never said that. I said I saw Kelly Rowland the other day, and I said,
Beyonce without makeup is a fucking 6.
Y'all are crazy. 7. Y'all are crazy.
Beyonce's an 8.
8.
Beyonce's an 8. Kelly Rowland's a 9 or a 10.
Y'all crazy.
Y'all crazy. You just made Angel Reese a 7.5. 8.
Yeah.
You just said that. You said 6. Then you went to 7.5.
I didn't say 6. I never said 6.
You did.
I never said 6.
You did say 6. That was the first number you gave.
No, I did not.
Are you serious,
I
Nick?
said 7.5.
No.
I said seven and a half.
The first number you gave was 6. People in the chat, what did Nick first say? When I said 4, when I said she's a 4, Nick said she's a 6.
Y'all gonna tell me this lady right here is a 8?
She's an 8.
I'm crazy.
She's an 8.
Oh, crazy.
Are you telling me that you live in Miami, fucking Florida, you've never seen better looking women than her? You ain't seen better looking women than her?
That don't mean that she's not an 8.5, 9.2.
Again, better looking. If I'm better, Nick, if I'm
so
a
that
10,
mean you might be a.
If you're a
that
10,
mean you're 9.5.
If you're a 10,
I'm an 8.6.
If you're a 10 and you say that you're better looking than somebody else, they can't be a 10 then. They can't be a 10.
Well, it could be a 10 plus.
Just making up shit as you go. All right, I'm done with this topic. Let's move on. Let's move on.
If somebody is flawless and then somebody else is a little less flawless, does that make the other person not flawless?
They literally have grades for diamonds. That's how they fucking charge you for diamonds.
Like what?
Like literally, I can get you a 3-carat diamond, and it has certain clarity and color, and I can get you the same 3-carat diamond, but the clarity and color are different. The one that has better clarity and color is going to cost more than the one that doesn't.
So if I have a meal and I had a meal and I'm like, this was the best meal I ever had in my life.
Then nothing else.
And then somebody else cooks and makes another splendid meal that tastes better than that one. Does that subtract from the meal that I thought was the best meal of my life?
Now you're saying that the next one is the best you've ever had. Then obviously the other one has to go down a little bit, right? It can't be the best anymore. You just said the next one's the best. Like I actually have a list. Like I go to steakhouses.
Mm-hmm.
The best steak I ever had was at the Stratosphere Hotel. The best one I ever had. Stratosphere Hotel, that spinning thing, and when you're high, it's amazing. It's like next level.
When you're high, which high are you talking about?
Like high, like you're high and you're spinning on this thing. Like it's the greatest experience ever. But their steak to me was the best steak I ever had, and that was the first time I went. Second time I went, it wasn't as good. But the first time I went there, that was the best steak. Maybe that was because I was high. I'm not sure, but it was absolutely it was delicious. Now I will say that the Nur, whatever, that Salt Bay guy, all his restaurants pretty much closed now. But we went there in Brickell, and I will say that was the best steak I ever had, and that was after I went to the Stratosphere Hotel. That became the best steak I ever had. That shit was butter. It was butter. It was amazing. Now the service of the place and the ambiance, it was trash. And the restaurant sucked, but the steak, outstanding. I have a list. Like, if you're not better than that, well, then you ain't the best. Then you're below. Who do you think is more attractive, Nicki Minaj or fucking Cardi B?
Nicki Minaj.
So if you rated them on a scale of 1 to 10, where would Nicki Minaj be?
Nicki Minaj, when she's natural before she did all this shit.
What do you mean natural?
I'd give her about before she did all this, stuff with her face and with her ass and shit.
What she do with her face?
Little touch ups, little this and that. I think her nose.
You don't think Angel Reese is getting Botox already at 23? Of course she is. Lip filler, she's doing it already. She's doing it already.
I'm gonna go. Nicki is probably like a 8.5.
And you think Angel Reese is close to Nicki Minaj?
I said 7.5.
You just went 7.58.
Yeah.
You like your numbers. I mean, where is Kevin Samuels when we need him to fucking school you on this shit? He's dead. Sorry, but yeah. I'm
just saying. But Cardi B, I have her at like a 5.
I think Cardi B's gross, personally.
Yeah, 5.9.
I think she's just gross.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's kind of like dirty looking gross. But
yeah.
And I think Angel Reese is lower than that. So anyhow, let's move on to the next topic of the day before we got 2 left. I mean, we'll get through this quickly. Patrick Beverly gets arrested, and I think we all thought at first that he was being arrested for beating up the 18-year-old man, because he's not a man. He's a 18-year-old fucking boy, teenager, high school fucking kid, who's smashing his 15-year-old sister. What do you say to the fact that he didn't actually beat up the guy? He beat the shit out of his sister, and his sister called the police on him.
I'm hearing multiple reports. I'm hearing that he beat up the guy first, but that wasn't reported in the police report.
So here it says, according to court documents viewed by the New York Post, Patrick Beverly's sister, 15, claimed that she left her Fort Bend house without permission to see her boyfriend, 18. When she returned, her mother and Beverly confronted her, with the 37-year-old grabbing her by the neck with both hands and picked her up off the ground by having her feet come up from the floor. She claims the 6'2" ex-NBAer squeezed her neck, causing her to feel pain for 20 to 30 seconds, leaving her to feel she was losing oxygen and not able to breathe. He allegedly then took her out of the room by her neck, laid her on the couch, and punched her approximately one time on her left eye with a closed fist, purportedly adding that he will be the family relative to kill her. The boyfriend was asked to leave the house and was followed by Beverly. Police officials responded to the boyfriend's call for assistance and found the sister to have markings on her neck and a petechia in the whites of her eyes. He was taken into custody at Fort Bend County Jail on third-degree assault charge and was bonded out for $40,000. Later that day, Beverly took to social media to seemingly respond to the news to the incident. Please don't believe everything you see on the internet. Hope all is well. Now, Pat, this is his lawyer now says Patrick Beverly has no criminal record. He cares deeply about his sister, his little sister, a young lady, a minor, given that when he unexpectedly found her alone in the home with an 18-year-old man in the middle of the night, he was understandably concerned, as any brother would be about his sister. However, we don't believe what followed happened the way it's been described, and we look forward to the opportunity to address that in court. So he didn't find his sister alone at home in the middle of the night. That's a lie.
Yes, because the reports is that she went out and then came back
with the guy. So you're
That's
lying.
why I'm confused about this whole shit, Rudy, because I'm hearing multiple things. Like, it literally said she went out, came back, and then the mom called Pat to come over.
That's what it sounds like.
It also said that the mom invited the guy in.
The mom knows that her daughter's dating that dude.
Yeah, like she
her boyfriend.
Yes. So I don't know what happened with Pat. Because she's dating an older guy, which is, 18 and 15. I wouldn't do this, but we have all seen a senior in high school date a sophomore.
And we don't ever refer to the guy as a man. He's a kid.
Yeah.
He's a high school kid.
But he's just happened to be 18.
As all 12th grade, a lot of 12th graders are. Most 12th graders.
Yes.
And a 15-year-old is a sophomore in high school.
Yes.
Maybe a freshman.
Yes, maybe a freshman. But we've seen it before. It's not like something that never happened before.
They painted this thing out to be like he found her in the middle of the night
with
getting pretzels, getting pounded in the bedroom, and his response was to beat the crap out of the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently he beat his sister's ass first.
It seemed more like you not gonna be out here ripping and running and doing what the fuck you want to do, coming in, sneaking out the house type thing under mom's house and her, and I probably pay for it. That's what it seemed like.
I don't know whose mother this sister is. So is this Patrick Beverly's mother or his?
I think it's Pat Bev's mother.
It doesn't say that.
It's like half sisters.
It says when she returned, her mother and Beverly confronted her, which makes me think that It's his father's daughter. He's 37. He has a 15-year-old sister. He got a fucking daddy who's smashing at fucking 50 a woman who's 20 years younger than him. More than likely. He got a sister who could be his daughter.
Yeah, pretty much.
And yet, is he having conversations with his dad? Because I'm going to imagine what his dad was doing when his dad was 18.
Yeah, this story is all kind of fucked up.
I don't know. It's not very clear. So
that's why when you were like, let's talk about it. I'll read it. But I read it yesterday before you said that. And I was just like, and I'm trying to place the names because I forgot the lady name who told Pat to come over, who I thought was his mom.
But if that's his mom and then it's her mom, that means his mom
has a different dad. He has a different dad. I don't know. Him and his sister having a different dad. Could be. I don't know. Well,
half sister would be that it's the same dad, different mom. People typically think that it's their sister when it's the same mom.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, or at least by definition, I should say.
True.
Or more definition. He faces 10 years in prison if convicted. He's not going to prison. Like he ain't going to prison.
Like, they ain't gonna let him go to prison because he's probably sponsoring the whole house.
He ain't going to prison. Now, this shit is so dumb. Now it says after Beverly's sister arrived home, she told Ramirez, who's the deputy, her mother had her tell her boyfriend to come over.
Yes.
Once he was there, the affidavit says Lisa Beverly had her son. Oh yeah, so that is his mom. That is his mom.
Yeah.
So his mom is a loosey-goosey.
She seems like the problem in this whole situation.
You got a 37-year-old son and a 15-year-old daughter? You had this girl when your son was 22?
I ain't doing it. I ain't even my kid already.
I mean, it was hard enough for me to do this when my sons were 11.
Rudy, my kid is 3 and I ain't doing it again. I say that's too far apart.
22? So she had a kid in her 40s? Or maybe she had maybe she had Patrick Beverly when his mom was like, I don't know, 14?
Probably.
I'm just curious now. Now I got real questions. Because if your mama had you when she was a high school girl, I'm gonna venture to guess your daddy is a rapist. I'm asking the question because having a baby in your 40s is dangerous. Like, not.
But it happens.
Advised.
This happens.
It happens, but it's not advised. Mind you, I have, guys, we don't have any problem. We can make babies all until we're fucking 80 years old or more. But yeah, how old is Patrick Beverly's mama? I just have to look this up now. This is I got more questions because she seemed like the problem. Not. Sheesh. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me look at her name again. Lisa Beverly. Let's look at Lisa Beverly. Age. Wait. There's more.
What is this?
The Los Angeles Magazine. Now, I don't know what kind of paper this is, or I don't know how real this is. It says, as Los Angeles previously reported, former NBA guard Patrick Beverly was arrested early Friday, November 14th. Whatever. In where they live in? Where do they live? In LA? Okay, I don't know. They live in LA. Now, it turns out that the 18-year-old man is not 18. He's 17.
Okay.
So he's not even a fucking man. He's not even he could actually legally pipe her all day long.
Yeah.
And not be arrested for statutory.
Yeah.
She doesn't turn 18 until 2026.
It was more of a situation of she went out and snuck out the house and came back. That's what it seemed like.
Wow. Yeah, Patrick Beverly's a fucking mess as it is. But
we should have knew when the motherfucker said the WNBA team could beat NBA bench players.
Well, that was what Patrick Beverly's dumbass said. He said that, right?
Yeah.
He's dumb as fuck. He's dumb as fuck. Yeah, he's an idiot. All right, that's all I got for this one. Final topic of the day before so you can go back to bed. I know we're an hour late. Shedeuer's what's that ringing? They just got random phones ringing at the pool.
Yeah.
We got Shedeur Sanders. He gets his first opportunity against the Baltimore Ravens in the second half.
The Oakland Raiders.
He played the second half of that game. It was 16. They had 16 points when he came in. And they had 16 points when the game ended. And they lost. He was up with 4 of 16 or 4 of 17. He had a great completion percentage. He did a lot of the same things I've seen him do. I'm not going to kill him or crush him, but he's the same guy that said, I am better than most of this league. And he said that crap just in week 5. He said it publicly. So I expect you, if you're better than everybody, to walk on that field and make plays. Make plays. He's now been announced as a starter for next week because Dylan Gabriel is in concussion protocol. They will start his first game against the Raiders. I dare say, what are your thoughts?
He was bad. He did have a couple plays.
I'm sorry, by the way. They say Patrick Beverly's not a violent man.
Yeah, okay.
I think we could see differently on a basketball court, but continue.
Yeah.
Continue.
He's definitely violent. But man, I'm not holding that one against Shedeur. He didn't get any reps. He haven't gotten any reps. I haven't seen a number 2 quarterback not get any reps with the starters or anybody because, as we know, in football, injuries happen. So if an injury happened to a player, you need your backup to know how to run what we're running. If he never gets a chance, then what are you going to expect him to do? He never got to go against what Baltimore do, defensively. He never ran, even if he ran the scout team, that's doing what the other team is doing. So he's at that point, he's being Lamar Jackson in practice if he's doing that. He's running their plays. So he never got a chance to actually run the offense. Like the offensive line said, we never heard his cadence. All that shit matters, Rudy. I don't care who you are. If you think I'm going to throw me in the game or anybody in the game and they're going to go out there and look decent, especially when the O-line is as bad as it was, you'll think if anybody's able to play with a bad O-line, it will be Shedeur. He's been playing with a bad O-line for the past 2 or 3 years. But no way, man. That's just not a good or favorable situation for anybody to come into and be solid. His receiver dropped the pass. And the receiver had another chance back there in the back of the end zone. Drop that one. Good play by the defender.
That wasn't a drop. That one in the end zone was not a drop.
It was a good play by a defender. That was an amazing play by a defender.
And I call dropping all the time. That wasn't a drop.
The only one that I've seen was the interception. I think he should have took the 5-yard out. He tried to throw the ball a little deeper, got hit. But There was no protection. Damn linemen and safeties and linebackers was on his ass before he could say hi. He spun out of a couple situations and tried to make a play. If he makes that last play, that touchdown in the back of the end zone, I think he has to complete that. We're looking at this in a totally different microscope.
You think
totally
he has to
different?
Complete? He missed that play by 5 yards.
I said if he makes that play.
He didn't make that play. That was a basic ass play. That was an easy play for quarterback.
That's not an easy play. It's not an easy play.
He overthrew that ball by 5 yards, Nick. That wasn't even close.
I seen Patrick Mahomes do that week 1 of the season. And he didn't have to.
And I've seen Patrick Mahomes make that play 100 times.
And he didn't have to scramble out and do a spin out of a blitz.
Here we go. Here we go. The glazing.
I'm just saying. We
can't. Accountability. Has anyone ever held Shedeur Sanders accountable at any fucking point in his football playing career? The answer is no. He wasn't even accountable at the end of the game. He didn't even shake hands at the end of the game, as is customary for quarterbacks.
He wasn't accountable. He said I didn't play well. He said I have to play better. What more do you want from him?
Ass up, go shake fucking hands like everybody else does. He's never been forced to shake hands in college by daddy.
The man was
Lord. He was a 5th round pick that you said was a top 5 pick. Now so he needs like don't give me he's a 5th round pick bullshit because you said he was a top 5 pick. Like you can't adjust. I don't care what he was. You said he was a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
A standard that you're holding these guys that you're calling overrated right now because the rookie of the year last year got injured and he's overrated. But
guess what?
According to you, a top 5 pick. Dylan Gabriel had no reps with the starters. He had none, and he went in the game. There's been plenty of quarterbacks who have gone in with no reps with starters and then won in the second half of a game.
When did Dylan Gabriel not have reps? He's been getting fucking reps even when Flacco was the starter.
He got first team reps. He has not.
Rudy,
it's been verified by multiple fucking shows.
No. Really, when Flacco was a quarterback, Stefanski even said it. He said, "Hey, with my backup quarterback who's young, I could give him reps because Flacco's a starter. He's been here, he's done that, he's seen it. So I was able to get him some reps when Flacco was our quarterback." And then he said, I haven't been able to get Shedeur any reps because I have a young quarterback, so I'm going to get him as much practice as possible.
All right, well,
Stefanski has said that.
Apparently, Sean King, the former NFL quarterback who came into a game without reps with a first team, had no problem winning a fucking game. And apparently, Shedeur was.
But he got reps.
Shedeur went in the game with the fucking lead at the time. No, he said, I had not had reps. He said, I had not had reps. The player said, I had not had reps. He was not third string. He was a backup.
He's not a third string. He's a backup quarterback.
Third string quarterback.
He's a backup quarterback. Any backup quarterback, every organization, everywhere I've been in my life, the backup quarterback at least got a couple of reps. And if it was the last couple of days before the game, like day 3, he got a couple of reps out there. If it's in a fire situation or something. And the starter quarterback just did throws on air. And the backup quarterback got a couple of reps because guess what? He's one injury away from getting in the game. I never in my life seen a backup quarterback not get any reps at all. I never seen it, Rudy.
Except that there was multiples that were mentioned by Coach JB, who knows all these guys, including Sean King, who was on his show, who said, I had not gotten any reps for the starting with the first team. He said it. I mean, he only played in the NFL. I guess he's lying about it. We again, Shedeur Sanders was a top 5 pick in your opinion. Should have been a top 5 pick. You had him at number 3.
Guess what? He got drafted in the 5th round.
I don't care. I'm giving you what you believe. What you believe.
You thought he was a first round draft pick.
Right, and I'm holding him to that, actually.
No, you can't because he got drafted in the 5th. You can't make believe a situation because that's not actuality. He didn't get drafted.
You just graded people based on where they were drafted as if they were overrated or not. The guy, according to you, your opinion, you cannot use someone else's opinion to now make up your opinion.
My opinion is not the fact because he did not get drafted in the first round.
Your opinion was that he was a top 5 pick. You cannot change your opinion now. Say, oh, but he was a 5th-round pick. So that makes it okay for him to go 4 for 16 and suck. Like, they did not score one fucking point, Nick. I watched that 4th quarter where he's running around in fucking circles doing that Shedeur shit. And in fact, I watched the Coach JB show with Colorado Buffalo graduate alumni Mac McChesney. They're pointing out coverages. Shedeur doesn't even know that the coverages are his responsibility. The line protections. They're his responsibility. He had 3 linemen blocking nobody on one side.
Rudy, if I'm not in there enough, if I'm not getting any reps to go over this shit with my O-line, guess what?
All right.
I'm not going to call any protections to the right way because I don't have no idea what they're doing.
So you're not watching film on the other team?
Man, watching film and actually being in the fire is two different things.
Film. Again, there's plenty of quarterbacks.
Watching film.
There are plenty of quarterbacks that know exactly what Shedeur's situation was and gone in and won fucking games. Period. They've done it. But they don't get but because of Shedeur, it's an excuse. I'm not saying he doesn't get another chance. He gets another chance this Sunday. He gets another chance this Sunday.
This is Judgment Sunday.
If he sucks this Sunday, what will the fucking excuse be?
He ain't got no receivers.
Of course, there'll be another excuse. You guys will make one up. You'll make one up. All the fucking Glazers.
No, I will not make one up. I've been honest about him. So the first preseason game where he actually played, the first one I say, hey, he made some good throws. He played well. The next preseason game, I said he held the ball too long. He was trying to make plays that wasn't there. I got on his ass. If he plays bad, I don't have no fucking allegiance to fucking Shedeur Sanders. I'm just gonna tell you what it is.
The Raiders are 2-8. The Raiders are 2-8. I don't want to go here and say that if he plays well against the Raiders, it doesn't actually mean shit because the Raiders suck. But
it means something.
They suck. I mean, they're really bad.
It means something.
They're really bad because they had a lead. Something. They had a lead when he came into the game, and he lost the lead.
I guess a team that's been playing better defense lately.
Again,
and a coach and a defensive coordinator
they had the lead. They had the lead. They had the lead.
I don't care. So I don't care who you are at quarterback. If your O-line can't block shit, what are you gonna do?
Nick, I watched the fucking
Patrick Mahomes.
Nick, I know you're gonna sit here and you're gonna say it's not the same thing, but I'm gonna do it anyhow. Syracuse brought out their lacrosse player, walk-on backup quarterback, and somehow that kid marched Syracuse right down the field against Miami and scored at the end of that game when it was 38-3. He got one possession and he took them 75 yards right down the field. I'm telling you that even you throw enough darts at a board, one will fucking land. And this guy was 4 for fucking 16 for 47 yards and an interception and got sacked twice. I mean, that's bad. I don't care if you've had no reps. I don't care if you've got one leg. These motherfuckers throw swing passes half the game.
So this week you say
16.
You say the Raiders are bad. The Patriots scored 13 points on them. The Chargers scored 20 points on them.
Yes.
I'm just saying. So if Shedeur goes out there and score more points than the Patriots than Jake May
did. Are the Dolphins better than the fucking Bills, Nick? Are the Dolphins better than the Bills?
The last time they played them, they were.
Are the Dolphins better than the Bills?
The last time they played them, they were.
Fine. Are the Dolphins better than if the Dolphins played the Bills 10 times, how many times did the Dolphins beat the Bills?
As far as I know this year, it's 5-5 because they beat them 1 and they beat them 1.
Yeah, you're an ass clown. You're being a fucking moron. We all know that. We all know that you're being a clown. The answer is, you know, that if the Dolphins hadn't beaten the Bills in like 5 years, 4 years. I know they beat the Bills when I was in New York fucking City, 20-19, and they outgained Miami like 2-1, but they turned it over 5 times or some shit like that.
What 4 years or 3 years got to do with it? That's not the same players. The same players on the team this year.
The Dolphins are not better than the Bills. We all know that. They played 10 times, the Bills will win 9. They played 100 times, the Bills win 97 of them. Like, please. They're better than the Dolphins. The Browns beat the Dolphins, by the way, 31-6. Are the Browns better than the Bills? If he was going to play the Bills this weekend and play like shit, would you have 10 excuses? Oh, it was the Bills. Yeah, you would.
Bills.
Of course you would. You'd have excuses.
Man, people just hate that man because of his dad.
No, they hate that man because of him.
They
hate that dude because of himself.
Part of it.
He's a large part of it. He's the majority of it. They disliked him because of it. They looked at him as a spoiled brat because of his dad. He confirmed it based on his own behavior. Nobody forced him to be an ass clown. Where was his watch?
I can't wait. I can't wait for Shedeur to go.
Where was his watch?
I can't wait for Shedeur to
take
this league over.
Where was his watch?
Can't wear it in the NFL.
Why not? Guys are wearing fucking jewelry down their damn jerseys now, Nick. Why isn't he wearing his Audemars Piguet on the fucking field? Why not?
Because the kid is growing up. The kid is growing up. Do you see his responses to questions? He wore a
$50,000 gold choker.
As much shit as you talk about him after the game, he says, "Hey, y'all need to be cheering for Dylan Gabriel." Are we going to throw that out? He said they should be He said the fans should be cheering for Dylan Gabriel. He said, "Hey, I don't like that shit. Y'all should be cheering for him. We trying to win games here." Is that not a mature response?
No, because
are we just going to talk negative about it? We're not going to.
5 weeks ago, he said he was better than most of the fucking league.
Okay, he didn't say
so
his
if you're
own
better than
quarterback.
most of the league, you better be ready to perform.
You should.
Don't create. You created this thing. You created the base. You set that standard. Everybody else sucks.
Every backup thinks that. He just said it.
No, they think it, but they don't go out and openly say it. So you just say you're so mature.
So why were they asking the third string quarterback questions?
Because he was Shedeur Sanders and you guys were
exactly. Why are you asking?
Same reason people are fucking talking about Bronny fucking James. Okay, same reason. Same reason they will suck off Bronny James, and the second LeBron retires, Bronny James' NBA career will be over. Because now we're in year 2 and he's still fucking awful.
I could have said that about Draymond Green 10 years ago either. Soon as Steph Curry retires, his career is over. Just say that about a lot of players.
Now Bronny's better than Draymond Green. Okay. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Draymond Green was the Big Ten Player of the Year in college, and I don't even like Draymond Green, but I can recognize he was an All-American in college. Bronny James was a backup in college for 1 year.
If he made it to his 4th year like Draymond, he might have been averaging 20 and 5, like he's doing in the G League.
No, he wouldn't have. Not in college. Not in college. Are you watching college basketball games? They still score in the 60s, 70s.
You don't think in Bronny's 4th year he'd have been averaging 18, 17, 18?
No.
You're crazy.
No. I'm crazy. I know.
I just seen him do it in the G League. G League is better than college.
Is it? They play more minutes, Nick. They play 48 minutes, Nick. Right? They play 48 minutes. College plays 40. So no, he wouldn't have.
G League players are better than college players.
Right, and he plays 48 minutes, and they don't play defense. The rules in college. He was a backup as a freshman. He sucked as a freshman. He's playing 3 minutes off the bench in mop-up games. Like, he's not good. It's okay to acknowledge he ain't good. Again, we're going back to Shedeur. Shedeur, you say people hate him because of his father? No, they hate him because he's an asshole. Because his behavior is one that makes you dislike people like that.
He has been on perfect behavior as a Cleveland Brown.
No, he has not. No, he hasn't. He ain't been on perfect behavior since he got there, getting fucking speeding tickets going 100+ miles an hour.
Perfect behavior on the field and around in the facility.
No, he hasn't, because he's said stupid shit. 4 for 16 for 47 yards was his opening, and people are still going to make excuses up and say, "Oh yeah, that was great." Oh no, it's because of this. Because
are we not going to acknowledge? We're not going to acknowledge the other factors.
Because exactly. Because it's always because. And if you'd come out there and you'd gone 14 and 16 for 225 yards and 3 touchdowns, all y'all motherfuckers would be saying right now, told you how good this motherfucker was. We told you he's one of the 5 best quarterbacks in the NFL. Y'all all would be saying that dumb shit. You would be running your mouths. All the fucking Shedeur, Deion Sanders. The Browns are racist posters, videos that have been coming up for fucking 3 months. They have been talking about there are YouTube channels that are built on Shedeur Sanders with the Browns. And all the videos are about how racist the Cleveland Browns are. So do not tell me that it's just national media doing it. There are people that really have run this shit and they're looking for ways to get bullshit clickbait and calling everything fucking racist, despite the fact that fucking 18 NFL quarterbacks are black. Starters. Or 16 are starters. They're all black. Come on. The same reason he wasn't drafted because of racism. No, it was because he's an asshole. If you're that much of an asshole as a fucking college kid, I don't want to deal with you as an NFL player. I fucking don't want to deal with your ass. But
we've seen assholes get drafted before.
We sure have. And they were actually fucking good. They were good. They were actually good. But what were the what happened to Aaron Rodgers? That motherfucker dropped to 24. He dropped to 24.
Not the fifth round. Not the 5th round.
Well, the only reason he got drafted was because of that fucking GM for the Browns. Because the owner didn't want his fucking ass. The owner didn't want his fucking ass. They're waiting to fire that GM for this decision. You think Stefanski wanted his ass?
No, obviously not. You don't even get a man any reps.
They barely.
You don't even give your backup any reps. A couple reps, 2 reps. You got 40 plays in practice. You can't get, and the man don't get 2 reps.
Mm-hmm. When your fucking starters are
fucking
fresh.
You got 7 on 7. You got 7 on 7 drill. You got team 1. You got team 2. Come on, bro.
How many reps do you think fucking Zach Wilson gets for the Dolphins right now?
Get at least a couple.
I doubt it.
Gets a couple.
I doubt it because if they gave it to him, they'd fucking find out he should be the starter. They'd find out he should be the starter. Yeah, y'all got excuses for Shedeur all day. I get it. It's always going to be perpetual excuses for Shedeur Sanders, no matter what happens. If he balled out this past weekend, y'all will be fucking running y'all mouths about he's the top 5 quarterback in the league. He play like shit. It's he didn't get reps, or he didn't have time, or it was this, or it was that. No,
guess what?
There have been backup quarterbacks that have gone in with no reps and have fucking won games. Now, was it a fluke? Yeah, it was fluke as fuck. It was fluke as fuck.
But were they rookies?
Yeah, they were backup quarterbacks who hadn't had reps.
Rookies.
Backup quarterbacks. I don't care if you're a rookie. If you haven't had reps.
No, it matters. What are you talking about? I don't care.
It doesn't matter now. And so if I'm a 10th year quarterback and I'm a career backup and I haven't had any reps this year with the first team offense, now it matters because I'm a 10-year backup?
Yes, Rudy, are you crazy? Yes, you've been around the league. You've seen different things. You saw different blitz. You've seen different schemes. You done seen it.
You ain't play.
You done got reps in your 10-year career. You're probably a starter at one point. You probably started a couple games.
There's plenty of career backups in this league, Nick. Plenty of them.
That never started.
Plenty of there's Sean King said I had never started a game. I went in for Brad Johnson. I had not had any reps with the first team, and we won the fucking game. Like again, they're all lying. You will have a reason for Shedeur on every fucking possibility. And next week, if they lose, you'll make up some other fucking reason for why.
Sean King probably had Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks and Rondé Barber out there on his defense.
Great. You just said the Cleveland Browns defense is excellent.
He probably had Keyshawn Johnson as his receiver.
Okay.
Maybe.
Again, you just said that their defense is excellent. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Which one is it?
They're no Tampa Bay Bucks.
Okay. Whatever. Anyhow, folks, that's it for tonight. We are going to wrap this thing up. Hope you all had a great time. Enjoyed yourselves. Now Nick can go to sleep so he can go catch a plane to wherever the fuck, Washington, D.C.
I don't leave until next week.
Oh, that's next week. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh, I don't know why. Okay, that's next week. By the way, if anybody wants to buy this, it is for sale.
Who is that? Cal Ripkins?
Cal Ripken, really? This is the very worthwhile JJ McCarthy rookie card.
A baseball card?
The silver absolute prism. Or absolute, not prism. Silver absolute. This card right here is available.
That last one was JJ McCarthy?
That was JJ McCarthy. This is Jackson Dart.
This card's
$20.
Okay, you can't give away JJ McCarthy for free.
If anybody wants this one, I got a Satu Sabali with a relic right there.
Oh,
I got a Candace Parker right here. Origins. I got a Nija Laney, whatever her name is.
You need to go live on TikTok.
I got Christy Wallace as well. I got plenty of women's basketball. Here, I got a CJ Stroud rookie. Or this is not a rookie. This is a draft diamonds. CJ Stroud. I got to get more football players. Yeah. I'm trying to find the Drake Mays because Drake Mays about to blow the fuck up.
God damn, that guy could play.
He's blowing the fuck up. I am afraid that we just found another fucking Tom Brady. Because the coach of their new coach is a fucking Tom Brady, is a Bill Belichick guy.
Yeah.
A real one. All right, man. That's it, folks. Hope you had a good night. Appreciate y'all jumping on board. If you haven't done so yet, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all. And we will see y'all next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Y'all have a great night. Come on now.